quick synopsis of what happened and where we are, that'd be great. And then I can give you guys an update of what's new since we've last talked.
Is it me or my internet is crashed?
No, we're waiting for the confirmation that the stream has started.
Hey, Mike.
Sorry, muted. We are go.
Okay. Well then, if Joe, Frigga, Grognak, or sorry, no, Yersinia Pestis, Frigga, or Grognak would like to give a recap, that would be great.
Starting from when? A lot has happened.
Yeah, why don't you just give a nice recap of what's kind of overall has happened, and then what immediately has happened. So just the macro, then to the minor. Great.
Well, in general, our daring adventurers had come across the sea to this dark isle to start a new life and make a name for themselves, hopefully. Things didn't quite go as planned, because this place is a kind of a hellhole in various ways. We started out on the other side of this wall that we couldn't get through because I think, was it like a elf, some undead elf lady, I think, was keeping
the elf queen or
elf
something
queen
like that.
was keeping reign on there. People
And the
were,
wall was getting us sick too.
yes,
Yeah. Wall sickness.
the people over there were starving. Other people were taking advantage of everybody. There was a farm that was just kind of off on its own. We did manage to get to the other side of the wall, and that's when things changed a great deal. There seems to be this dark one that was amassing an army, and there were all these different factions that were, some were working together, some were working on for themselves, and
There you go,
I know
yeah.
that there are, what was it, 5 magical thingies we needed to find? I forget what they were called offhand. I have them written down somewhere.
Relics.
Relics. Words. Vocab. There we go. We had set out at one point to find, I think there was a crashed airship or crashed something or other that we were going to find. We saved somebody who was said that there's evilness afoot at this tower over there. There might be one of those things. We went and investigated. On the way, we ran into a bunch of were creatures who were trying to summon a demon. We managed to dispatch the demon really quickly. The were creatures were a lot of trouble, and we all nearly died. Frigga was the last one standing, but the majority of us in that group at the time ended up with some sort of lycanthropy. Our kobold friend is now our kobold enemy. We discovered in that tower.
What? Yeah. Ram went evil and turned on us and unleashed a Tarask on the province.
I really liked him.
Yeah, he was okay. sort of a dick move at the end, but
yeah. the Takor family that we came over with, everybody seemed to think that they were this like great adventuring family, and everyone had
No, they're
this
just a bunch of jackasses.
this great everyone had this like great opinion of them, but we kept seeing them doing all this like awful crap, and so we were against them most of the time. They gave us a chance to join them at one point, but we didn't, and we sided with Province and everyone else when the Dark Lord's army came. There was this whole big army battle that was a whole lot of fun to do, Craig.
Mhm.
And we are past that. Province itself has fallen, appears to be under the rule of the Takors, or a lot of the noble families, I suppose.
Yeah.
We don't know them well enough to know if they were actually families that had been there or people that had come in and just sort of took over as noble families. We don't really have that information. A lot of the people that we weren't able to evacuate out of the city when the big giant ghost Tarask was attacking ended up as slaves and are being forced to fight each other for their freedom. Frigga was having none of this. Uh, making we ended up killing a whole lot of people because of that, and then
It was a lot of fun.
Yes, escaping. Uh, Afterwards, Frigga had before the full moon actually happened, she went full wolf. And the same thing had happened with Grognak, who went full bear, I think almost immediately, right?
Yeah, I went full bear immediately because I was technically player killed.
And not quite
So-
sure why Frigga had went full werewolf prior to the moon. We're not quite sure what'll happen when the full moon actually occurs. I know we were making plans for that. So a lot of the refugees are in Steel Province right now, which is where we ended up. I know that Nubbins had been captured at one point, and now he thinks he's a green dragon?
I don't know if he specified, but he thinks he is a dragon. But yes.
Don't you mean Yersinia pestis?
That is right, Justinius Pestis.
We made it back to Steel Province. I know I missed some things in there. That's
How
roughly.
about the ship? What happened with the ship?
We never
this
went
is-
back to that ship.
So this is where I'll pick up. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Go ahead and mark yourself with inspiration. Thank you for that wonderful recap. Very much appreciated. So after all of this turmoil, the group finds themselves in one of the last places they're welcome in Steel Province, just south of Glass Province, the last kingdom of really the kind of the freed peoples, helmed under the Prince Ben Grimstone, your dear friend. You guys have been preparing for a long adventure and getting supplies ready. However, you find yourselves on the 21st midday, realizing that later that night is a full moon. And during a full moon, a forced transformation probably will happen for the party members that are affected by lycanthropy. Those two in your party currently are Grognak and Frigga.
There is a third.
Oh yes, the wolf. Yes, and also the werewolf under, or the wolf under Grognak's control. I believe it's a weird tiger. Odd name. So as
He's a
night
cat dog.
approaches, exactly, cat dog. As night approaches, you guys begin to worry and trying to figure out what you want to do to prep for that. In the midst of your preparation, yes, Zache, he decided to take a quick break to protect his beloved temple up north, in the monks. He's walled off currently up there, and hopefully he'll return one day. But right now, He is trying to make sure that the monks in the spire and all the learning of the realm uh is protected. Yes, with his old ladies. Um, so as you prepare for nightfall and what may happen, um, Ben Grimstone approaches you and he says, "Thank you so much for all of you've done. Thank you for helping the people escape here to Steel Province. Um, I know that you guys are trying to decide between your two quests, going west of here and trying to find the airship, the light weather, excuse me, or descending into the Underdark to head east to find the elves in the Emerald City, rumored to be able to um, help not just change your Sinius Pestis back into the nubbins that you love, but they may also have additional information and magical powers.
Nubbins, no!
They he hands you this ratty tome. Who takes the tome? Not everyone say it at once.
I will do it.
Grognek's still pretending he can't read.
Fair enough.
Am I even here?
Othalia steps forward and takes the tome from Ben's hand. Ben says, "This is the accumulated knowledge of the Grimstones. Please guard this well. This realm, you see, has many mystical and special materials, metals, and wood. In fact, I believe this light weather that you're looking for may be made of some of the special materials. I entrust to you the knowledge, and I hope that you can use this knowledge well in your coming journey." So if you go ahead and scroll down into the homebrew stuff that I just flashed up on your screen, if you go all the way down, you'll see special metals and special wood. There are, I think, 10 or 11 special metals and 6 or so special woods, all of which can be acquired somewhere in this realm. Ben continues, "I don't know in other places where to collect these metals, but I know that in the Underdark, all of these metals exist. You but need to find the correct vein, and you can mine yourself a fortune. That is indeed how the Grimstones rose to power." So as you guys leaf through, as Athalia leaves through the book and looks at the special metals and special woods, um, you certainly see the ones that you're pretty familiar with. You see your adamantine, your mithrils, which certainly have the normal benefits. But there are some interesting ones in there, so I please beg you to take a look. Also, added to this homebrew pile, I guess you could say, is the inclusion of poisons. There is how to create all poisons in the D&D manual. They now can be created with the herbalism items that you guys find throughout the realm. I'll also start selling these poisons, as some of them are not that rare. Some are pretty common, but you can start using them. So please take a look. We'll see how that goes. See if this is helpful or not. It's kind of interesting. We'll see.
And a correct question.
Yeah.
Can magic users use if they found bronze wood, can they make armor out of bronze wood and still cast
Oh, yeah.
spells in it? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so that is Nubbins' number one priority. Or number one-ish, of course.
So it still would count. It'd still count as heavy armor. So you'd have to be able to wear heavy armor.
Ah, son of a bitch. Never mind.
Yep.
I have a
still need
question
your
for you.
proficiencies.
What
Would
was that?
Quick be there with the group? I'm right now driving, by the way, so I'm not
Okay.
going to be able to do any rolls at this moment. But would Quick be with the group?
In theory, yes.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure where he was at this point in the story.
Sure. Quid is with us.
We're all in Steel Province, and because during the war you were at the same place Frigga was, So, and we all went and got like refugees from province and were brought to Steel Province. So you were probably involved in all of that. So you could have just been in Steel Province.
Yep. I
Cool.
assume you guys are all together at this point.
Yep.
So as you guys are leafing through and discussing all of this knowledge that is pretty much a secret to anyone except for the Grimstone family, and those who know the information already, an old acquaintance saunters up. It's this cat, a cat person that you've seen before. And cat person, if you'd like to reintroduce yourself to the group.
No, not really. Hello, guys. It's me. I'm back. Back from prison. They locked me in, but I get out.
Who
Sil-
I'm sorry. I have many questions.
Please do.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know who this person is.
No, so Frigga recognizes him,
So
but
does
she
Grognak.
looks very different. Frigga, like, she's more wolf right now than dragonborn. There's a lot of fur and fluffy ears, and there's a little bit of like blue scales on her muzzle and on her hands, but otherwise she's like gray. Mostly like gray and black. Mostly gray with like little bits of black wolf looking person.
It's me, Silky Smooth, and then I start playing my gurdy. So you guys remember?
Jeez.
Ah, yes, Vizzle coming back.
Yes, hurdy-gurdy, yes.
Heard a hot?
Silky, what happened
Alright.
to you?
So much. I got thrown in jail, and then I got some people to help me out and bring me out of jail, and told me to rejoin with you guys. Actually, I see some of you guys I've never seen.
You still realize you're a cat, right?
Yeah, and Wolf is probably like raising his hackles and growling at you.
Well, she's more like. So Nubbins got put in jail and came out thinking he's a dragon, so she's just like double checking that.
I ain't no dragon. I'm smooth, silky smooth.
Okay, good. You feeling all right?
Perfect. And then you can notice how his pupils are already dilated. I feel great.
Quid just kind of like stands there confused. It's like, who is this? Why?
And then I
He's,
take a hit.
One of our traveling companions
This is
who
Silky.
was here early.
He came
Hi.
over on the boat with us.
I
This
see.
is Quid.
Hi.
Quid and Nathalia here. We kind of found him in a hole.
Nice to meet you. I'm the smooth talker of the bunch.
I'm what they call a fishman. I am Quid. Hi.
That's good. I like fish. Being a cat and all.
You can't eat this one.
I don't.
Yes,
I don't
about
know,
that.
I don't know if I should be threatened or. Quid is just gonna like go a couple feet back.
You smell great, sir.
Someone hide me, please.
All right. As Silky gets reacquainted with the group, Ben takes this time to take his leave. I have moved you guys into Steel Province. I made a map. It's, basic, like all my maps, but map nonetheless. On the bottom left-hand side is the entrance that you guys come in. And you'll notice that there is a whole bunch of tents or huts that have been constructed in that main hallway, which was this grand entrance. Now this is where all the refugees are staying, as they're trying to get settled here at Steel Province. Directly to the right of it is where all the shops are in Steel Province. It's all kind of on the ground level. If you need anything, you kind of head over there. The stairs that ascend the central mountain and the cliff face go all the way up to Ben Grimstone's castle. And every time you go up a level, you'll see another noble level or noble family's tower. Um, Most of the residents of Steel Province prior to the refugees coming live in that kind of back area behind or towards the cliff face on that top right. Top left, you'll catch the taverns that are there. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward, mining centric, dwarven town. Um, but that should just gonna give you some frame of reference. Um, it being 4 p.m., you guys might want to start discussing what you guys are planning to do about tonight. If if you don't, I'll just go ahead. If you don't care about that, we can just go ahead and progress. But that's certainly up to you.
And we were talking about last time that we were definitely, like, even like a couple days before, we were gonna try to figure out something. Like, if there's a. Maybe ask Ben, like, if they have a dungeon or a prison that could hold were creatures.
So did you tell Ben about the affliction?
It's kind of obvious, I think, with Frigga at least.
Ben isn't the smartest or the sharpest tool in the shed, so but he says, yeah, if that is what you need from me, I'm sure that we can help you.
Just for the sake of everyone else, we have no idea what's gonna happen. Things have been weird about this already.
You're telling me.
Okay.
What
Fair
are you
enough.
talking about?
Frigga, I like the new look. The hair and all, looks better than Scale for sure.
Just
And you can see that Grognak is a little furry as well. And a bit like beefier than you remember him. But he's got like hair growing on like the back of his hands and has kind of like the almost kind of at this point Wolverine-esque like sideburns. Yeah.
Frigga is just full on like werewolf, like the hybrid
But
form. She's
Yeah.
not making any effort to turn back.
But instead of being like dark, it's all this like very light blonde color. Yeah.
So, Frigga, I could actually help you out if you want to look like you used to look. Are you interested?
How you gonna do that?
And then you see me bringing out my disguise kit and start working on your skin.
No thank you.
You sure? I'm pretty good at it. Look at me.
I'm sure. I mean,
Remember how I used to change color?
that's a bit different than fur and scales.
I'm open to new challenges.
I'm good for now. If we need it, I'll let you.
Okay, well, just saying.
In the meantime, Ben, prison cell, metal bars, possibly with manacles, shackles.
I shall return. I just got home.
All right. Ben is kind of quizzical about all this, but he says if that is what you need, then certainly can help you.
Yeah, we're just trying to be a little more safe than sorry. We don't want to turn the rest of the population into were creatures.
Were creatures, really? He is kind of. He didn't know that you guys were were creatures. He was kind of taken aback, but he knows.
So
We weren't when we met.
Yep.
Oh, he knew. Okay, well, never mind. So yeah, he says, sure. When will you need it? Would you like to go in now or sometime later?
What time of day is it? You said it was afternoon.
Yes, it's 4 p.m.
If it's 4 p.m., then yeah, probably now would be best bet.
Okay. Would so group. It sounds like the two of them would like to be, three of them would like to be in prison, shackled, manacled.
In separate cells, if possible.
Oh, okay, you guys would like to be in separate cells. Sure.
So we don't attack each other, if that's going to
Or
be a thing.
reproduce.
I don't think.
Does he can accommodate?
That just brought up some weird questions that I'm not going to ask.
So, what would you guys like the group to watch over you guys? Are you guys gonna free up the group to prepare for your journey? What would you guys like to?
Well, provided we can get into the cells in like shackled and manacled or whatever they have available. I very much so would like Wolf to be shackled,
Okay.
like his hind legs at the very least.
Sure. And they they escort you guys. They escort you guys to one of the two kind of tavern looking areas. One of them I guess right. This is actually the jail. And also they say, sure, go ahead and place yourselves in one of the cells, and they are in the process of moving the rest of the prisoners into the opposite cell. There's been an increase of crime with all the new people coming in, all the refugees.
Crap, I didn't mean to close that sheet.
It doesn't help that dwarves run this city. The majority of Steel Province are out. So there's been a little bit of injustice, but not too bad.
Nubbins will
Yeah,
stand
so-
outside of one of the cells. He's not going to go in.
And once I get Wolf situated in one of the cells, I'm going to go into my own cell and start peeling off my half-plate armor, setting it to the side.
I'm not going in jail. That's not happening.
Aren't you
You
just sit
gonna
outside
turn
the
into
cell?
a frightful monster?
Well, Ben says you don't have to go in. We have guards. They can watch.
So you say crime got up.
What would the rest of you guys like to do for the next couple of hours while they're getting situated?
So I just came back in. Where are we at right now?
We're in jail cells.
Frigga,
We're locking ourselves
Grognak,
up.
and Wolf have voluntarily locked themselves up, fearing that the full moon will change them. And Ben, being an obedient friend, has complied with their wishes.
I'm just going. So Quid is right now just kind of going to pray to Poseidon to hope that they can either get changed or be blessed by him in some way, in any way, to see if he can help them in any way. Just try, even if it doesn't work.
All right, can you roll me
Andre
a
the giant in the
religion
cell.
intelligent?
Did you know he was a Quebecer?
Yeah, you can do a religion check. Give me a religion check.
Everything's going so slow. I gotta get my character sheet. It's coming. I'm coming, guys. No, it went too far. Stop. No. Ah, everything's not working out. All right. Do. You said religion?
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
First roll of the new year.
Yeah, you know,
Well done, sir.
you're not very well versed in how to help lycanthropy. You've only kind of heard what what the group has told you, but you still try to confer on them your best blessings and to do what you
Never works. Never freaking works. Hold on. Let me get my character in. Oh,
I'd actually like to try something. I want to try to cast, because I just realized I have access to this spell, Remove Curse.
Yeah.
I just want to, like, Frigga, come here, darling. Out, demons!
She's kind of staying back in the back of the.
So you're not willingly.
No, not willing. I can't do it from a distance. Come here. I won't hurt you, hopefully.
Hopefully. Had enough stuff done to me recently.
It seems like she's unwilling to take your spell. If you would like to, you can try to cast it on her anyway. But this would I guess
I think the main issue is it's a touch range spell.
Yeah,
It's a touch range spell. Anybody willing to just a light touch? Anything?
Grognak, are you willing to let this mage touch you or your companion, Wolf?
Thalia is full on elf, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a no.
Quid is gonna go up to Frigga. Like, if you want to, I will be here. I will. All he's gonna do is touch you, and he's gonna try to help you. It's okay.
She's sitting in the back of the cell.
I know.
Not moving.
If you're sure, but all of this, all the furriness, can come to an end. Possibly. And if it doesn't, we at least know we tried.
Let's see. Craig, I'm going to let you know what I'm going to do. And depending on the outcome of the roll is whether or not I'll actually do it.
All
so
right.
I'm going to do an intelligence roll just to see if I get high enough. What I want to do is I want to actually do my shapeshift into the hybrid form as a way to see if that would have any beneficiary effect on the outcome for tonight.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
And it's high enough.
It's a high roll.
Yep. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do my shapeshift into hybrid form. Which means that cell just got a lot smaller for me.
I'm just gonna leave being unnoticed. Stealth.
Okay. So the dwarves here are patrolling, and they said, you can't stay here forever. This is a prison after all. This isn't a hospital with visiting hours. These prisoners need quiet, as do we. Ben may have let you in here, but we still run it. Now,
We're just gonna be here tonight.
do what you must, but then off with. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your friends disturbing this prison.
What are you talking about? I'm just standing here.
Can I know
And
who
they're
Andrew
not
the Giant is? Out of all
Friends.
you guys?
Yeah. So,
was that,
Craig,
sorry?
none of these guards are like disturbed by the fact that they just had someone like shapeshift in one of the cells.
No, actually, they are not.
All right.
You can roll me a perception if you want to take our insight or investigation if you want to take a closer look. But at the surface, they don't look to be that off-put.
That seems more like a perception thing to me, so I'll roll it.
Yeah, these look like hardened cell guards, and with the Underdark, you think they may have seen some things in their day.
Gotcha. Good enough.
I have a question. Actually, no, I'm gonna send it to you through a message to see if this will work.
All right. Just before your friends go, I want to make sure. You want us to lock you down, eh?
Yes, please.
Okay. I just want your friends here. Maybe they could do it. Want to make sure that they feel comfortable. Don't want them coming after me when they're too tight. So who will chain them down? He looks at the group. He has a
I will.
pile of manacles and chains.
I'll do it.
All right.
Quid is going to take these chains, take a breath, and then go first towards. So who are the ones I need to chain up? So it's
Okay, here we
Frigga.
go.
I think just
You
Frigga and
basically-
Grognak.
You basically have as many manacles and chains that you want. You can see what's available in the cell. The cells are pretty much all stone except for the metal cages that are used for the doors. They have bed/benches that are quite large, and with latches and hooks at the very bottom and on the wall. So there's plenty of places that you could latch them down. Please describe in detail how you are securing the prison.
Oh my. Okay. So I'm first going to go to Frigga. I'm going to go to her. I'm going to take the chains. I'm going to tie her I'm going to handcuff her like back. Actually, are there chains in like either top of the but I'm trying to make it as comfortable as possible for her so that way it isn't chains are uncomfortable but to make it at least uncomfortable as possible so she can sleep or try with what's going on.
Make it as tight as you can.
I'm going to can I roll a strength check to see how tight I can make it?
I mean, you can make it tight. It's just chains and manacles.
Yeah, I'm going to
Unless there's something else that you want to do.
not
there's
exactly. I'm sorry.
There's no strength really required. They're
Understood.
willing to let you strap them.
When I'm going to try something. When I'm going Frigga, I want to start saying some words as I'm doing it and touch her hand and cast Lesser Restoration.
Is there a way to notice he's doing that during
Um,
perception?
And where are you touching her?
Arm. When I'm chaining up her arm.
Are you trying
Well-
to disguise that you're doing that?
Yeah, I would like
Yeah.
to make a sleight of hand
Sure.
versus your perception. you-
Would it be advantage because he's speaking?
He's doing it behind you. It's not really needed. Yeah, he's quite, he's not very good at this. He's shaking, and you could tell like he's starting to whisper something that you've heard before.
So
So
she'll
before
kind
we
of
can spell-
growl at him and pull her arm away.
Something that I'm trying.
I said no before.
Be it as you will. I'm going to, after I'm done with Frigga, I'm going to go over towards Grognak.
Okay, so how are you?
Do the same.
How are you chaining down, Frigga? You didn't.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to mangle her arms and her legs so that way
Okay.
she can't move. And I'm going to try. You said there are stuff to hang them from, right?
Yeah, sure. There's the pins, pittons and latches and stuff all in the wall. So anything that you could think to, they probably have secured them that way before.
I'm gonna try to latch her to by the bed, by like where the benches are, so that way she has some place to sit down and isn't just kind of like hanging. So that way her arms are hanging up,
Okay.
and possibly if I can find somewhere where I can hook her legs to.
Okay. So, you have manacles on your feet and arms. One set is chained to the bottom of the bed. It looks like, just enough room for you to swing your feet up onto the bed, and then another set above you, Frigga, that is pittoned into the wall, and again enough to give you leeway to lay down. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
And for Grognak, you say he's a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah,
Well, he did just transform.
yeah, I'm a hybrid form right now, so I am half bear, half elf.
All right. So this is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, and as you're walking in, I'm just kind of sitting cross-legged on the floor, and as you walk in, I'm just going to stand up.
I have to do this. I don't want to.
Yeah, I know. We're being safe.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take and as trying to do at least painless, like least pain as possible, because I know when you put fur into anything, it could get like pulled and such, and that hurts. So I'm going to do the same thing, manacle the arms and the legs, kind of, because he's in hybrid form, because he's better laying down. I'm going to go towards where the hay is in the map, like over here, and try to pin to the to if there's any pins over there, or even if
Sure.
it's by the bed too. I can try to heal you. I'm not sure if it'll work if you're up for it.
No thanks. I kind of quite like this.
All right. And then after I see that he's secure enough, I'm just gonna walk out and go sleep well.
Yep. And
Okay.
then, as I said before, I would have taken care of Wolf before going into my own cell. So,
Sure. So how would you have shackled him down?
hind legs would have definitely been shackled, just to kind of restrict the movement, not to stop him completely, but enough to where he can't like run. He's hobbled. And he would probably end up. Let's see, the military saddle that's on him would have been taken off. Probably would have put like a chain around his neck and kind of latched it to itself. That way he and pinned to the wall. So he's essentially chained to the wall with a chain collar. Just to kind of prevent him from choking himself.
Okay.
Like if he gets too aggressive. So hobbled and chained to the wall. Enough room to move around to maybe a square or two. I still
Okay.
cannot control that werebear.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can just put yourself. All right. So now that you're done, out with you.
Nubbins is going to go to a guard and go, yeah, before we go, can you point me in the direction of any magic shops in Steel Province or something like that? Someone who sells magical wares, or someone someone that may not have a shop set up, but a
Only
guy who
magic-
knows a guy.
Only magic I know around here that people give out is at the church.
Hmm.
If you want a blessing, best we go there.
Looking for like spells, like someone who spells like spells, magic potions, like where a wizard would be.
I just told you.
All right.
You got stuff in your ears, man.
Well, yes, I am a gnome. I probably have lots of hair in my ears.
Ugh. Filthy half creatures. Out with you.
All right, Nubbins will leave.
So the group leaves. And here. 6 guards totally. Actually, guys, give me a perception or a insight, something that you just think looking at the situation.
Who, everybody?
Not you 3, not the people in the cells.
Okay.
Yeah, Quid, Joe, or Quid and Mr. Pestis.
Yersenius Pestis.
Yersenius.
Right.
You guys totally. No, you guys are pretty sure that if one of the were creatures does get out, that the 6 dwarves that are here will have their hands full, and that you hope that 2 don't get out.
Let alone 3.
Well,
Yes.
that's what they get for calling me a half creature, whatever he called me.
Also, you notice that they tend to segregate creatures in the cells. You notice that all the elves are in one cell, and the rest of the creatures are in the other 2. So that's just it. Ben, you are just disappointed, or Athalia is just disappointed in the whole process, and disappointed that the group didn't take to her healing. All right,
They
so
don't
group-
want help. They don't want help.
That's right.
I
Force 'em.
Quid is going to stay behind.
Oh,
He's gonna go up to the guard.
you can't stay here, laddie.
Look, if they get out, you're gonna have your hands full, and I have enough power to help you guys. More
What do you
power
think
for the gnome.
we're just some jail cell guarders. We've been doing this for years.
With werewolves though, and with big wolves like this, you guys will die, and I don't want to see that happen.
Well, then it's best talk to your friend Ben. We are here. We are the authority here.
Do you know where he would be right now?
What? Do you think I keep him with a bell? Of course not.
It was a
Would you
simple yes or no question.
It
Thank you
seems
very
like it's a simple dumb question.
I'm already walking away. Come along.
As if I
I'll
hold
come.
him in my as a ward of me. I have the prince in my back pocket. That is new one. That is
All right.
these young races don't know anything.
Yeah, and you're just going to hear Grognak like growling.
Hey, Grognak, it's okay.
No,
And-
it's
and
just one of
just-
those things of annoyance. It's like, ugh. But there's definitely like that guttural bear growl to it.
Just know.
Before he leaves, Nubbins will go, hey, Krognak, if you kill anyone tonight, kill this one first. I point to the guard who was talking shit.
I just give you a blank
Always
look.
with the threats. Always with the threats. Anyway, so as you three leave, it's kind of it's definitely a little later, obviously. What would you like to do for the rest of the evening?
Quid.
Uh,
Sorry. You got.
I would like to have Athalia either find a library or read the book she got from Ben. Specifically looking up stuff about lycanthropy.
Yeah, there's no in your times here you haven't found like a public library. There's places to sit and read, plenty of places like that, but there's no public library, although any libraries would be private.
Perhaps you said someone said there were religious folks about, right? Perhaps one of
Yeah.
I could check in with one of the temples, maybe see if they had a private stash of books for study.
Sure. Sure. There is a church about that you can go and inquire.
Nubbins will do the same.
All right.
I'm also going to go over there and just see, because this is a church, correct? Just to
Yeah,
see,
there's you guys are going to a church, yeah.
just to see what kind of gods they worship.
Okay. Sure. All right. So you three exit and you head off to the church, making your way through the throngs of people. Since people have the refugees have come to town, you notice that quite a few have taken either refuge or have taken to prayer in the lone church in Steel Province. While not a deeply religious town, they do have one. It looks like they have the full kind of dwarvish pantheon to pray to. Um, they, including even some of the evil ones, they just have the full set. It just seems like this is a universal dwarf.
Do they have one for Poseidon?
No.
Okay.
So there's Abathar. He's the dwarven deity of greed. They have a picture of Baron True Silver, the deity of safety, truth, home, and healing. Clagadin Silverbeard, the dwarf deity of battle. Deep Dura, kind of the queen of invisible art, or the
I will be right back.
princess of conquest. Um, Doug Marin Brightmantle, dwarf deity of scholarship, discovery, and invention. And it goes on. There's like 4 or 5 more, but they're all present. Kind of like a Unitarian church, but for dwarves.
Okay, so it's one building with places to worship all of these gods.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to find the nearest priest of that war god you mentioned, Silverbeard or whatever his name was. I didn't quite catch it. And I certainly will, because I have no context for that message. And inquire about possibly a private library or a any sort of bestiary that they keep.
Sure. So you catch the eye of a priest, and he comes over and says, "Many blessings to you, me lad. How can the church be of service to you?"
Yes, I have a particular inquiry about some manner of beasts that I keep encountering. I would like to do some research. Is there any place that there is some sort of repository of knowledge on various beasts and how to not simply defeat them in battle, but to I'm speaking directly of um, lycanthropes.
Oh, nasty, those lycanthropes. I hear what you're asking for, my boy, but unfortunately, there's no such thing here at this church, nor is there any place like that here in Steel Province. You see, this is just a mining town built on trade and mining. Not much for learning. However, I am quite knowledgeable in certain things. What do you need to know?
I was wondering if there was any particular cure for lycanthropy, either magical or non-magical.
Yes, there happens to be 100% effective way to cure lycanthropy.
Oh, wonderful. May I ask what it is?
Yes, you stab the beast with a silvered weapon.
This will turn them back.
No.
This
No,
will
it
end the
won't.
lycanthropy threat. It is assured.
I mean to uh, remove the curse from a person while keeping that person alive.
Is this person freshly bitten?
I don't believe so.
Oh, then I don't know what to tell you. I do know that if a person is freshly bitten, something as simple as a remove curse would work. But once they turn a couple of times, it gets harder and harder to remove the wicked curse. And they
I
just
s-
become more and more enthralled with being a lycanthrope and spreading that disease. It is surely a plague.
I see.
Do you happen to know anyone that has
Oh,
this? This would
oh,
certainly be of interest to us. You know, with all
n-
of the people
no,
here, this would be
no, not
a
at all.
terrible thing.
It's purely I have faced lycanthropes in the past, and I have not been bitten, of course, luckily, but
There's a
if
looming
it so
threat.
happens, if
Please
it so happens that I do,
roll me a deception.
yes, sir.
Can
Oh,
I
I'm
s-
good at those roles. It's
can I
unfortunate I'm
say
not
that
there.
advantage because I was trying to help him? I was like, if there's a looming threat that might happen. I don't know if you heard it, but I was trying to.
No, I did not hear. What did you like to say, laddie? I didn't quite hear you back there. Step on
There's a
up.
loom when we travel. There's a looming threat. Plus, we see them everywhere. We see like lycanthropy, mice and such. It's bad.
Mice.
So
That is unheard of.
I
Never
know.
seen a weremouse.
Be careful.
Yes, I
That would
think
be
we might be able to
delicious for a
take.
cat.
Yes, yes. It is. If I think winter mice we might be okay with. I don't think they'd cause too much of a hurry about.
All right. Regardless, deception check. Oh,
Can I make one?
this is my lie, sir, and we are going to own it.
Oh,
Considering
no.
considering he's a priest and wisdom is kind of their thing, I'm not even adding the.
Yep.
He looks at you. I think you know more than you're leading on. This nature of questions is
These
certainly troubling.
these people are
Please,
close to these people are close to me.
would you mind coming with me into the back? Might be able to talk in a more private. I don't want to
Sure.
rouse any suspicion.
Yes, of course.
Uh, are you joining them, Yersinis or Quid?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Okay. And as the four of you uh come along, you notice the priest nods toward another priest in a kind of annoying way. And he leads you to the back. And he invites you in. Says, please, please sit. This is my private chamber. It's not much, but you know, it will do.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Can I make a perception check to see if this is a trap of some sort?
You can give me an insight.
Or insight?
Can I also as well? Because I was curious about why he nodded.
These seem like they're on the up and up.
So, Joe, you don't really notice or Yersinis, you don't really notice too much. Quid, the nods seemed interesting. You paid. Go ahead and roll me a perception. So the nod certainly kind of throws off some warning bells to you, but you get whisked away very quickly, and you don't quite see what happens with the other priest. And as you guys, but
Elthalia is going to assume, or at least be aware of the possibility of this being a trap. Never go to a second location if you're not prepared to fight.
I'm going to whisper towards Yanursi. I wasn't here when apparently now he's a dragon. So I'm going to go to your nurse and say something is right here. Just whisper it.
So do you guys sit down?
Why are we whispering?
Something isn't right.
It seemed like they're on the up and up.
They really don't. I would like.
Please take a seat, my child. We have much to talk about. Scary things, this lycanthropy. What say your names? I be Father Jessup.
I'll stand, thank you.
Oh, whatever makes you feel most comfortable.
Thank you.
Didn't catch your name.
I didn't quite give it. I don't want anything I say to be spread around.
Forgive us, but
I would require certain assurances.
Oh, this is the place of the deities, the gods. Of course, what you say to me would stay and reside right here in the church. You have my assurances.
Well, we can talk at the very least.
It is tough to build a trusting relationship if one won't even provide name, but nonetheless, the threat that you talk about, I must, if you don't mind, I'd like to delve a little bit deeper about how you know of these things. Is that something you're willing to talk about?
Sure. I have a companion of mine who has been stricken with a disease, and I am searching for a cure.
Oh, I'm glad that you're able to just, speak about it in the open. I think this will make that very much easier. And he stands up and he starts waving his hands and says something under his breath. And then he casts a zone of truth.
I would like, as that's happening, to whisper some small incantations and use sanctuary on myself.
Sure. Considering he's not targeting you, nor is it harmful, but that's fair. You have it in case there's like an attack on you. That's great. If you guys would like, you guys can make a charisma saving throw.
I will choose to not make a charisma saving throw since
Fair enough.
I am well versed in this spell. I don't know it, but I can know it.
Yersinis and Quid.
9.
Yeah, you fail. Yersinis.
And a fail.
It's charisma, so I'll let you re-roll.
All right, here we go. You look better. I do have a -1, so. What do you want?
Wowzers.
All right. I appreciate you boys submitting. I feel very, very This is a very trustworthy room. So your friend, he's accursed with this foul, foul curse. Please
I
tell me more.
never said it was a he.
Oh, sorry. She then.
I will not designate either gender.
Okay, fair enough.
My
Please
friend.
tell me. Yes, your friend.
Our friend.
Our friend. Yes. I do not know how long they've been afflicted with this disease. It is beginning to become a problem.
A very bad one.
Have they bitten anyone?
No.
Not to my knowledge.
Not as far as I know.
That's good. That's good. And how is it becoming a problem?
Tonight is the full moon.
Tonight is when they turn.
Oh dear. Are they here? Or is he or she here?
They are locked.
I will decline to answer that question, and so shall
They
you.
are they? Huh.
I will decline to answer that question. I will not give their location.
Their
They are-
location. So there's more than one, you say?
They are locked. I'm not going to reveal how much, but they are locked.
Would you say there's 3 of 4? How about 5? If there's 5 of
I
them
will
in the group?
I will give no number, and also there is a singular form of the word they.
They can be in regards to a person. In terms of if they don't want their gender revealed, you can say they.
Sure. Common use of it is. I hear that all the time. So,
May I ask you a question?
of course, my son.
If you not trust us, well, if this is a church, why put up a zone of truth?
Such a serious matter. And with all of the refugees here now, lycanthropy could just run rampant through us all. Could be the end of the town. You can understand the seriousness that I must take this.
Understood.
So, you were saying it's becoming a problem.
It's becoming a problem, but I'm also I also find myself becoming close to them.
Have you been bit?
No. You may inspect me for bites if you'd like. I have not been bit.
What about the rest of you?
No, I have not been bitten. Even if I did, I'd be able to remove myself of the.
As would I.
This is not bit.
So I'm going to interrupt right there.
Mhm.
Yersineus technically has been bitten, however, he is not afflicted with the curse.
The powers of Yersineus Pestis are too great for lycanthropy. I have resisted its powers. To suck it.
Oh wow, you seem so lucky. You must tell me how you did it.
That
Maybe
is
later.
because I am actually a dragon.
Okay, I don't know
Mist-
what happened to him.
Mr.
This
Pesto,
woman-
it
You're a
might be
dragon. You don't say.
Yes, that is right. I am a mighty dragon. I'll start flapping around the room.
He needs a little bit. He needs some help.
So
Don't forget, you're
Well-
in the zone of truth. He can't speak a deliberate lie. He truly believes this.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Behold my dragon glory. I jump on like his
Oh.
desk or something like that. I start making dragon noises.
I'm
At-
gonna try to take him down from there.
so as you corral, you're
How dare you
Yersineus.
touch Justinius Bestis?
Yersineus, shh, calm down. Calm down.
No
Shh,
one
calm-
tells Justinius
Look at
Bestis to
my-
calm down.
Feel my clammy hands. Just calm down, all right? Shh, 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 shh.
It makes it
I'm just
even
gonna
worse.
cradle him. I'm just gonna cradle him and just sort of start rocking back and forth.
God, your skin is so fishy and weird.
Feel the weird. Feel the fish.
So go on, please.
That is all that I can think of that I would like to share. If you have any specific questions, I may choose to answer them. But it's the disease is. I have fears.
Fair enough.
I have fears that it will spread, and I have fears that they will be killed for it.
I also hope you have to understand that we have to take certain precautions in what we say, since this world right now is not very trusting, and we can't be very trusting to a lot of people.
I
So
understand.
I hope you understand.
I do. And it's very logical what you are saying, yes. So I just want to make sure I understand the situation that your friends are putting you under. They are lycanthropes, and they've been this way for some time, but they haven't bit anyone, and you are beginning to worry because they're, whatever reason, but something is changing in them, and you fear for the lives of those around them. Is that correct?
Yes, it didn't start off very bad until the person they started. It hasn't been getting well. They've been getting worse, more agitated.
Mm. And you say this, they are here in the town, in
I
Steel
did not
Province.
say that. I did not say that they're here. I did not give their location.
Neither have I.
Would you?
I choose not to.
I choose not to as well, just for the time being.
Okay. So you're asking, Father, what should you do? Is this correct?
No, I'm not asking what I should do. I'm asking if there's anything I can do.
Mm.
What I will do, if there is no cure that I have access to, is nothing.
Oh. Would be terrible to see it spread, but 'tis your pleasure to do that. I understand. I would say, well, removing curses is one thing. Restoration to one's right self is another. There's no greater spell do we have than greater restoration.
I have a lesser version.
Unfortunately, I'm sure you do, laddie. As do
Fireball's
I.
better.
I myself do not possess such a spell, but it would be something I think I would turn to, and perhaps it would have some effects. If that doesn't, I would fear there's not much you could do but stab the beast with the silvered weapon. If you are traveling with these friends of yours, it may be best that you prepare yourself for the inevitable when they do turn on you. What do you do then? Accept your fate, or would you fight?
I'm not going to harm these people. Them, they,
Would you protect
whoever.
yourself from them? Would
I
you?
will not. I will not allow myself to be killed, but at the same time, I'm not going to kill.
That may be the only route.
I will not allow this curse to spread.
See that you don't. Anyway, that's all I can offer for you today. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people to help, and I wish you the best, my son. And he says a quick blessing for you all, and you guys are actually conferred with bless.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Go out, and I wish the best of you. I hope
Thank
that you can help someone.
I hope that we can come back if we have any more questions.
You know the Father Jessup is here for you.
Thank you.
All right. And as you guys get up, you guys hear a click. Somehow the door was locked. But you don't know how. But you hear it unlock. And you guys are free to go.
Cool. I leave.
I'm gonna walk out with him. Her, I'm sorry.
It's been something that's so forgotten that I might just retcon it and be a dude.
I'm going to walk with Thalia. As we're walking, I'm gonna say I didn't like that. I don't know. That left a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, we did fine. I think we need to see Ben. I know we don't know him very well.
What is your
Yesenius.
passive perceptions?
Passive perception?
Mine is 16.
10.
11.
The three of you, what are your passives?
11.
You guys know?
Mine is 16.
10.
11.
Hello? Do you guys hear me? I'm sorry.
We can hear you. Can you not
Can
hear
you
us?
hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry, what were your passives?
I have 16.
I have 10.
I have 11.
Okay. Athalia, you noticed the priest that was nodded to earlier walking away walking away from the door as you guys leave. Additionally, you notice, Athalia, that you guys have a tail. Trying conspicuously to
I want to wag my tail.
All of us?
The group has a tail.
Yeah.
What kind of... Wait, someone's tailing us? Or
Someone's tailing us. I just made a
Someone is
silly,
tailing
stupid
us.
joke.
I have a tail too.
As you should. It was warranted.
I just thought like they put something on us that we have a tail now. I was about to get so happy.
That's something they do to liven it up. Just run up behind
Was
you
your
and
tail
take the
going to
tail
start
on you.
wagging?
Yeah, you just
Because
walk
you were
out.
a happy boy.
All right. So I'm going to advance you guys to 8 p.m. It's now about dinner time. You think the full moon is obviously a couple hours away. What are you guys going to do?
I want to find Ben. I want to at least like try to try to get him to let us be near the place where they're locked up for the night. At least to like be upstairs from the dungeon.
Yeah, so you guys crawl that main staircase all the way up to the palace. They won't let you in, and you start screaming for Ben, but to no avail. You even go to the normal hangouts, and he's not there. You do catch a rumor that he might be in the Underdark.
Oh, great. I don't think we can go down there right now. We don't have the time.
How long will it take us to get down?
There is a passage to the Underdark, but you guys going all the way and searching, it's progressed a little bit. It's already 9 o'clock. Probably going to take you an hour to transition there. So by the time you get to the Underdark, it'll be about 10.
Hour back will be 11. When is sun?
Yeah,
when is
at midnight
full
will
moon?
be the full effect of the full moon.
And while this time, did I find what I was looking for?
Did you roll me the investigation?
Sure did, sir.
Oh, did you? See insight. I don't see an investigation. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Yes, you did. You found exactly what you were looking for. You're able to complete your quest, and I'm going to roll you your sweet rewards.
And what do I do with the dough that comes with it? How do I get it back?
I'll type it up.
While that's going on, I'm going to Thalia. I'm going to be like, if Ben is able to help them, we don't have anything we can do here. There's nothing we can do for them. But if we have Ben, we may have a chance.
Yeah, but I don't think we should go trouncing around in the Underdark. Just 3 of us.
Yes, I'm not comfortable with that at all.
That'll probably get us killed.
Is there any way we
With-
can contact him?
I don't know. Mr. Pesto, do you know of any way to contact him?
Not that I know of. I don't have any. I do not have a sending spell or anything like that. That's what you mean.
Do you think the priest would?
I don't want to go back there. Hey, DM, do we still have a tail?
Yes.
Nubbins will
Here.
go up to the tail and like flap up to him like he's a little mini dragon. And go.
Does
"Caw,
Nubbins
caw."
does Nubbins know?
I mean, unless
I would not have shared that information if
Okay.
the
Never mind.
yet.
Never mind.
Here, how about this? How about we split up for now and meet back? Let's see if we can meet back near where our friends are.
Okay.
At the very least, we can be close if the worst happens.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is there a place like near the jail cell where we can sort of hang out that wouldn't look too weird?
Let's keep a posting so that way we can watch and see if anything breaks. I have protection from good and evil that I can help with hustling.
okay.
And let's split up so we don't look super conspicuous, shall we?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Real quick, divine sense. I haven't done this in a while, and I gotta look at it. Awareness such sources. Would I be able to detect using my divine sense? I don't know if this would count. I don't think, maybe not. But with divine sense, can I detect any? Would they count as evil if they have turned like fully?
If they were evil, yeah.
So like if they turn fully and were ferocious enough that they weren't themselves, would that count as that?
You would be able to detect evil. That's what
Okay.
that tells you.
Okay. Thank you.
If
I
they're
have-
evil, then you detect it. If not, then you wouldn't.
Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna head off.
Okay.
Who does the tail follow?
The tail is following you, Athalia.
Okay.
As I'm
I'm
walking
going-
away, would I notice this tail?
Well, you didn't notice them to begin with.
Okay.
I will dawdle. I will take my time. I will go all over the city.
All right. All right.
they-
So, do you guys want to fast forward? Is there anything else that you guys want to do before the full moon hits?
Honestly, just pray.
Sure. And along the way, you find Silky Smooth, and he joins up with you guys as well.
Oh, hey. Why am I? Hi.
He's able to find you based on the fishy smell.
Yes. And whenever you come close to me, I purl.
Oh,
Just-
hi.
I really like the smell, and I rub my face against you while purling.
At some point before midnight, I would like to find a secluded corner, not super out in the open. I don't, I'm just letting the tail follow me. I don't necessarily care. I'm not going to confront them.
Sure.
But I want to find a corner, and I would like to cast augury.
It's not too hard. There are a lot of quiet corners here in a dark cave.
I would like to do this about a half hour before midnight
Okay.
and ask if it is a good idea for, or what will be the result of the choice of us having them locked up together, if that's allowed.
So you're asking if you got locked up, what would the
No. About our friends. If that choice was a good one.
And who are you praying to? Who's your deity?
I don't necessarily know what the deity list is. I picked from the Forgotten Realms, Torm, god of courage and self-sacrifice.
All right, so please ask in specifically and be very specific with the choice of words. What you're asking.
Is Silky good looking?
Is Quid uncomfortable?
Should I go back to the jail?
That's not a course of so specifically it's
What?
the results of a
Yeah,
specific course of action.
the course of action will be going back to the jail at midnight.
And you want to know if this is a good plan of action.
Yes.
You see the results turn in as a wheel.
Okay. I look up. Do I see? Can I see the tail from where I am? Are they within line of sight of where I've gone?
Yeah, your perception is such that you're constantly keeping them in the side of your eye.
Okay. I'm gonna beeline towards them.
Yeah, you know, that you catch them off guard, and you catch up to your cloak, your hooded uh person who is following you, um, and you confront them.
Don't run. I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh,
You've you've been following me all evening. I can kind of tell why.
and how close are you getting?
Um, within quiet speaking distance.
Okay, then yeah, roll me a active perception or insight, either way. Yeah. The person is trying to avert your gaze. And while you're more concerned about getting your point across, you do catch a glimpse of this same color robe underneath that Father Jessup was wearing.
Okay. I don't care who you are. I know that you're affiliated with Jessup if you're not him himself.
And he
They're
says,
here.
"Yep."
They're here. We will contain it. If you'd like to help, you may. If you wound to kill, it will be the last action you ever take. Understood?
Father Jessup just told me to follow you. I don't know what this is about. He said that the whole city could come crashing down if he doesn't know what's going on.
Who do you worship?
Well, Father told me to. It's good to worship multiple gods. I worship a lot of the
Is
I
this
tend to like the newer
is this a
deities,
male
but
or a female?
it's a young dwarf male.
Are you
By
a brave?
young, he's like 30.
Yeah. Are you a brave boy?
I don't think so.
Go to Jessup. Tell him if he wants to help. Come to the jail. Alone. Don't make a big deal of it.
Okay. The name's Kathy, by the way.
Kathy?
Yes.
Thank you, Kathy.
And he scutters off.
I'm gonna go towards the jail cell.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna stop you guys for a minute here, and Mr. Evil Overlord.
Yes, sir.
Was there any? Is there only one way in and out of that jail?
Yes. Here, I'll expand upon my redrawing here.
Okay, so good question. What are the doors?
We'll say this is an anteroom here. And say there's a larger room for them in the back.
And only one way in and one way out, right?
Yes, that you saw.
And where would that be on the map here?
I am about to give it to you. DM gonna give it to you.
Fuck when forget on your own. Damn gonna get. Not find the door. It's
Okay, and those doors go to the exterior, right?
Correct. Amundo.
So, and I am right now with whom? I'm with Quid and
just
Fishman,
quit.
right?
Yeah, just quit.
I thought your Sunius was with you.
We split up.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere else. I'm by the jail.
Okay.
Sort of
I'm
sneaking around.
close by, but at a different angle, like a different position.
So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna explain you guys that I can do a tiny hop that can protect us and also make sure those people, if they do get free, cannot escape the jail.
How
And
so?
I'm gonna cast Lehman Tiny Hut on the exterior, right? So basically, the doors are gonna get stuck closed and cannot be opened from the exterior, and we're gonna be standing on the exterior, but the door are gonna stay closed.
Go ahead and cast it so we can read. I want to make sure.
I think that's gonna work. And you guys can rest in it. And I'm gonna make it like a crazy color, some kind like a rainbow type of color. It's gonna be wonderful.
Am I high?
Do you want to be? Seriously?
Okay.
Yeah,
He is.
no. The 10-foot radius around and above you effectively blockades the door. And since creatures and objects within the let's see, his spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. You think that if something does happen, you'd at least hear about it before it does. Now, is the entrance to the dome facing the door, or is it away from?
there is no entrance. When I'm casting this, people that are inside stays inside. If they get out, then they're not gonna be able to go back in. There's no in and out until this thing is out.
Creatures
8
and
hours later.
objects within the dome, whenever the spell is cast, can move through it freely.
That's true. So it's just
If
you can
he
just go in and
allows.
out. There you go. So no door. It's just there. So sure, great, very well done, David. So yeah, you guys have effectively barricaded the door. At least you thinks. Um,
And just for the joy of the people I'm with, I'm gonna start playing my girl.
lucky for them, you brought a musical instrument.
What is
And that way I make sure they can rest properly.
I'm so confused.
It's a hurdy-gurdy.
And if you haven't had the pleasure of listening to a hurdy-gurdy, you guys might want to look that up.
Hurdy-gurdy's
I can
awesome.
I can actually help with that.
You're welcome.
I prepared a couple of songs earlier if you want, but I'm gonna hold it on for you. Just yet.
I did not expect this.
So, whenever Silky Smooth was created back at the beginning of Dark Isle, David gave me full reign to create whatever character I wanted for him. So this is the result of a little bit of my madness.
I literally have a tear coming down my face.
So
this
he is a
is-
bard who is built more like a rogue.
And he is hurdy-gurdying your face off right now.
Yep.
So, if you guys would like, we're going to go ahead and progress to midnight. The moon has come up outside. You don't know this because you are inside a giant cave, inside of a tiny hut. However, you hear the unmistakable howls beckoning from the inside. And you know that your friends, your companions, compatriots have probably turned. Let's go to the inside where indeed
Craig, just saying I'm actually resting. Okay?
Sure. Yeah, you guys can right now you guys are resting. Got it.
I want to keep at least like try to not get as restful a night of sleep, but just see if I can like wake up if I hear anything.
I mean, you're hearing howls and
Yeah.
they're blood curdling.
I want to get up.
Oh, go for it. Go ahead and get up.
I'm getting up and I'm shaking everybody awake.
You're woken by the howl. Very much guttural and just nasty, even dripping, drooling with menace. I just put into chat the two checks here. First one for manacles, second one for chains. What I'll need from all three of you is some checks. You guys are actively turned, and you are wanting to go after these small dwarves. They look freaking delicious.
So
Grognak, Grognak, you are fully turned. However, you retain a lot of your mind.
that's
you
what I
just
was
have-
going to ask, because from what I was reading about the lycanthropes, is that whenever you are turned, you kind of take on the nature of that beast, and bears
tend to
are
be
a neutral good.
However, while you are turned, this forced transition to werebear, you have the overwhelming urge to spread the lycanthropy disease. So, while you have most of your mind and you know what you're doing is bad, you want these dwarves to become werebears. Same thing for you, Frigga. Except your mind is nearly gone. You are more or less a passenger in what's happening. You have given in to the baser instincts of your lycanthropy and are pretty much all werewolf. Is that right? You're a wolf?
Yes.
Yeah. You have just the urge to slash, to bite, to chew, to feed. Um, this night is about you, and you will feast. Feast on the flesh of others. Um, you see across from you, Grognak, as you pull and strain at your chains and manacles, you look at your your companion, Wolf, now Wolf Tiger, more tiger than wolf at this point,
Hmm.
as he tries his best to gnaw at these chains. Um, you think that he won't probably be able to break the restraints due to his lack of opposable thumbs, um, but he might be able to gnaw through the chains.
That would be impressive without him losing all of his teeth.
So, without further ado, it is now midnight. You guys are awakened. I want you all, if you guys think you're gonna, even if you don't think so, actually, everyone roll initiative for me.
Got it.
Is the turn order up?
It will
Don't we
be.
also need tokens on the board to properly roll an initiative?
Well, then go ahead and do so.
Pull them on.
That's a good point.
There we go. Da, 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 da.
I'm actually inside the hut.
Yes, all of you guys are, I believe.
And Wolf will take whatever. Yep, good. So, question for you.
Yes, sir.
Since I am retaining most of my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and you have said that I know that this is bad, is
Mhm.
there a way for me to roll something like Constitution in order to resist?
Maybe Will.
Ooh.
Basically, in order to force it back underneath of my control?
I will let you make a roll every turn. Sure, every time
Okay.
that we have a roll coming up, I don't mind that. Representing your fight against this force transfer.
And being a cat and all, do I actually have any like physical? Uh, since so many dogs are in the area, does my hair actually come up on my back and all that? You know, being
Well,
a cat.
you're asleep. It sounds like you want to be asleep until woken up. Is that right?
That's right. I'm sleeping, so never mind.
So until someone wakes you up, you're you're doing okay. Yeah, we'll use this. All right. So as the howls go off, you hear the jailers. Keep it down, filthy animals, and some of the other jail jailbirds, some of the other prisoners start to get concerned, start peeping out of there, trying to see what's going on, pressing their faces against the cells.
And how about Andre the Giant?
Yeah, him too. He's trying to see what's going on. It's not every day you hear.
Is
He's
that
kind of
one of
left
us,
for.
or it's one of NPCs?
These are
It's one
just
of the
NPCs.
NPCs.
Yeah, these are. You don't know what they are. They're prisoners right now. So, Grognak,
Mhm.
let's do a Wisdom saving throw. To see if you retain your retain your senses. Let's do All right, let's set it at 14. That seems good. That seems fair.
Okay.
14. I was gonna actually give it higher, but 14 seems even a bit more fair. 14. If you roll a 14 or above during your turns, you can restrain yourself and control your actions for that turn. Okay.
That works.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to do? And I'm gonna say until we get into combat, each of these turns is really gonna be like an hour or so.
Okay, so each round will be like an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Do we get how many actions would we take?
Depends on what happens.
Okay.
yep. So, mm. Also, what would the difficulty of breaking through the jail cell bars be? Are we going to treat that like a second set of chains where you got to make like a DC 20 strength? Or
Yeah, I might up that somewhere in between the manacles, and let's cross that bridge when we get there.
okay,
If we get
then
there.
yeah, as far as my turn, I'm just going to keep my ass planted right where it's at.
Okay. Frigga, madness has left you. Or madness has arrived.
She's good.
Sanity has left you. You're gonna get 2 actions to go ahead and try to bust your chains and or manacles.
So
Feel free to
strength checks.
go for it.
Or dexterity.
Which one would you like to bust?
Well, she probably gave all her weapon or their legs somewhere in her armor. So she's just probably struggling. So I'll do strength.
Okay. So let's do this. Yes, you have to break the manacles to be able to even get a clear shot at
Check
breaking
or
the chain.
save?
Escaping.
I think it's a
breaking them
check.
requires a DC 20 strength check.
Okay, check. Check. Ooh.
21. All right.
Roar!
You break.
So
you break
is
one
it?
set of your manacles.
Oh, okay.
So,
So like
your
the,
legs or your arms
the
doesn't
arms
matter to
probably first,
me. Okay.
because that's the more leverage she'd have with her arms. Then going
You
for
still have
the legs.
you still have 2 chains and legs to break. But it's taking you a considerable amount of time to
Yeah.
try to break them.
So
Can you roll a single bite attack for me, Grognak, for Wolf when we get up there? Is there anything else you'd like to do, Frigga?
you said have two
You made 2
actions.
saves. Yeah, those were the 2 saves,
Well,
right?
I made a save and then I made a check because you
Gotcha.
said check, so I should do.
Yep.
So the first one doesn't
The
count.
second one. Sure. Give me a second. Check.
She tired herself out with that first set of manacles.
All right. Quid. Did you awake at the howls?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not good with these. Oh. All right. Let's see. All
I
right.
believe in you.
Yeah, you just
Your
heard
belief was misplaced.
that howl, and you are concerned. You woke up even, and you don't know what's going on.
Can I use my divine sense?
Sure,
Okay, I would like to use one of my divine senses. Let me put that in the chat.
please do.
Okay.
So real
I
quick,
hope this works.
just real quick, you said I have one more set of manacles, 2 sets of chains, and the door.
And then a door.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just keeping a tally up there because I'll forget.
fair enough. Fair enough. A present strong means will register your senses like a noxious odor. So yeah.
I feel it. Or I smell
Within
it.
60 feet. You certainly
not
have.
not behind total cover. If the door is shut, she's
Oh yeah, then
technically
you're
behind total
fine.
cover.
Yeah, there's nothing.
So
That is true.
does her alignment change during this time, or is it just madness? Because that's two different things, technically.
Yeah, all you want to do is feed on anything around you and spread this disease. You're pretty evil.
Okay.
I'm
Let me put it a
going.
different way. You have complete license to go do nasty and harmful things to others in which no one can blame you for.
Okay. Good
I'm
to know.
going to stay awake because even though it may have not been anything, Quid's not sure, and he feels like he might do wrong if he falls asleep and something happens without his knowing. So he's not going to wake anybody up. He's just going to stay there.
All right, Athalia, anything?
It is at the moment that these howls are heard, Athalia realizes, oh shit, we've barricaded the doors. If any one of those gets out, we will either have 6 fresh corpses or 6 fresh were creatures. I need to get in there.
Oh, and I'm back. Internet's back.
How easily could I get in there?
I mean, check the door.
I checked the door.
It's locked.
I have something that I can do, but I don't know. I can only use.
Well, what is it?
I can make, and I hold up my trident. I can make this turn into a lightning bolt. I can blast the door down.
Let's not waste it.
All right.
And I'm going to knock on the door. Loudly.
Yeah. Between the howls and the breaking of the chain going on inside, your knocks go unanswered this round.
Okay.
Roll me a strength check. How about that? Or an athletics. I'll even let you give me athletic.
Because I didn't know what's going on, I want to try and help too. And is it because it's not my turn that I'm just not staying there, or can I go help without?
So you used your action to sense stuff out.
Yes.
So no, you cannot help out right now.
That's
Yeah, you knock
7 for athletic.
kind of politely and hoping to get an answer, being a reasonable person that you are, but it has gone unanswered.
Okay.
Yersinia Pestis.
Yes, Nubbins
Are you
will slip on his corpse handling gloves and hold his action. There's nothing I can do.
Silky Smooth, we said that you were asleep earlier. Are you still asleep?
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for me. I mean, I lost a little bit of it. I'm not sure what happened when I lost the internet. So
Nothing really.
I heard medical getting broken and stuff like that while I'm sleeping.
Yep. No, you
Do
wouldn't
I
have
wait?
heard that. You would have heard the howl. You wouldn't have heard the manacle breaking.
And does the howl wake me up?
It's a pretty interesting howl. If you think it should wake you up, I'll let you wake. You can wake up to it. I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I'm still high from last night, so no.
Okay.
Probably a lot of snarling and drooling and gnashing of teeth and growling and
So, Craig, question for you in regards to Wolf.
Yeah.
Rage or not?
You can control him. I mean, he is very much like you. He hasn't been forced to turn. He retains a lot of his mind, especially since him being a wild animal, the were part of him being a were tiger doesn't necessarily fully affect him as it would a humanoid.
Okay.
So he isn't full into madness. He's very much like you.
Okay.
You can even roll a wisdom saving throw for him. In fact.
Yeah. Not that he's probably going. Well, technically, he should be better at it than I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
so why is
He.
I was just gonna ask, like, why is Frigga ragey more than Grognak and...
So, from my understanding, as far as Grognak is concerned, it's because I was basically turned upon death, which immediately triggered my transformation. And I have been kind of living with it and using it in the meantime.
She hasn't been turned long enough. Because, like,
If
she
you want,
fully went wolf, like, werewolf, that time she tried to eat that elf lady.
Yeah.
Hey, Grognak, if you want,
Mhm.
you can give me an intelligence throw of some kind. If you're trying to ponder this out. Right now, Frigga's kind of in the throes of this, so I'm not going to let you roll, Frigga. But at a different time, you can try to piece it together. You can certainly roll for it.
Yep. So that wisdom save was for Wolf, by the way. So I need to do
Yeah,
one
no,
for
he's
me.
fine. Yeah, he's fine right now. He's just trying to.
I'm good as well.
Man.
So
So we'll continue
this
this until 6 a.m. So we'll have
okay.
6 rolls of these.
Yep. So, and
Yeah.
this will be the time where I ponder why I'm not as affected as it sounds like Frigga is.
Yeah, nature sounds good. You think that you haven't really fully turned outside of the initial saving. There hasn't been any extra descent into madness. You haven't been triggered or forced to transform to save yourself. You think that with every transformation, you go further and further down this road.
So, if that's the case, then why is Frigga like this? Because she hasn't been forced to transform yet. The weird issue with the elf lady a few days prior in game is still kind of unexplained as to why she transformed then. Yes, she's had to make the saving throws in order to resist transforming and resist
She
that.
resisted it every time.
Yeah.
You got a 17. That's as much 17 is going to give you.
I know. It's just I'm trying to piece this together more out of character.
Fair enough.
Because it doesn't make sense coming from a player's perspective.
It's
AKA metagame.
Frigga.
More thrashing about.
More thrashing about. You got another set of manacles.
Nope, still stuck.
Still stuck. So this is 1 a.m. by the way. Calendar. Okay. Quid.
Quid is going to try. Can he? I don't know if he can make another perception check. Nathalia, I just remembered something that I can do. There's a spell. Oh, okay. There's a spell I can do. It's called Gust of Wind. You can create a line of wind to push anything back. So if somebody either Frigga or Grognak that tries to snap, they'll be pushed back as long as I put it in that line. But I need to get in there. So what I want to do is I want to go to the door and see if I can bust it open.
Sure.
Strength check.
I would like to use my action to cast guidance upon him.
Okay.
Why do you want to get in? I don't get you guys.
Do you want to be killed by giant were people, furrier than you?
No.
They won't be able to get out.
And neither
But
will the
Will the
I
guard,
believe 14 or 15 people that are also behind that door with them.
and I'd rather not risk any lives.
Yes, I'd rather not create 15 corpses.
So, are you? How are you trying to break this down?
I am going to try. I am going to put my whole body weight into this and just take a running start and try to bash my way through this door.
All right, you can. So you're trying to do a tackle. You can give me.
Strength
Yeah,
plus.
a strength check, or athletics.
What's my? I'm not using no. 17.
17. Yeah. You get a good amount of start. Go ahead and roll me a 1d6.
A D6. Okay. 4.
Yeah, you definitely run into the door. You slam into it. You see the door cave in a little bit, as these are double doors, and it moves slightly, but it comes back and resting. You think that you definitely did some damage to the door, but it's going to take some more to break down these reinforced wood doors.
I have extra attack. I have 2 attacks.
Sure, go ahead and do
Can
it
I?
again.
What does guidance give me?
You have that single D4 roll that you've already used.
I didn't use it.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was a D6.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Yes. Okay. And can I use the D4 for damage?
No.
nope.
Yeah, no, you seeing the doors buckle, you take specific precautions and aim where you think the door might be weakest. You score a critical hit on the door, and you see it budge again. This time it gives birth a little bit more. You think that about two
I'm sorry.
two more times.
That damage was 10 because it's doubled. So,
And that
No,
is the
that
double
is
dice
that
damage.
is the double dice.
oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Yep. So this turn you're doing 9 damage. You think that one more round like this might be able to break down these doors.
Talia, I'm
in-
close. I just need one more move. I just need one more hit. But my
Jesus,
arm's giving out.
phrasing, dude. Phrasing. Come on.
Athalia, you just tried giving him guidance, right?
Yes.
So would you like to say anything else to him?
I just remembered some. Wait. I used 2 attacks, correct?
That is correct.
I did not use a bonus action.
Okay, sure.
Would I be able to roll one more attack without adding my plus whatever?
How?
With
what?
a bonus action?
Describe to me what you're going to be doing to these doors with your bonus action.
I hit it twice, correct?
Yes, you gave it good old fashioned shoulder shrug.
Shoulder shrug.
Attack.
After the second shrug, can I try to swing my arm out and try to bash, like try to open it forcefully real quick before I try to go for another hit?
Yeah, so you tried to give it a 2-piece. You hit it with the shoulder and try to push it open with your offhand.
Yeah.
I'll let that happen.
I'm doing anything to get this door open.
Go ahead and give me a strength check. Yeah, just in general. Yeah.
12.
You don't think that that's enough oomph to move these doors.
Damn. Okay, I tried.
Yep. Athalia, your action was used giving guidance this turn.
You do have a bonus action.
Isn't guidance a bonus action?
No, guidance is a full action. I'm just gonna hold and do nothing.
Sure. This guy starts looking at Frigga. And he looks back at the guy that you guys were talking about. Hey, Chief! This one's through its first manacle set. Should we worry? Nah. It's all tied up tight. They wouldn't be able to get out anyway. Nothing to fret. Why don't you just stay there and keep an eye? Nubbins.
All right. Nubbins is going to look at this door. Do you think a magic missile would, or a firebolt to the door would help break it down?
Firebolt.
He's going to try it anyway. And he's going to
Okay.
ask free action, Silky Smooth, how many people can fit in this stupid dome? Silky Smooth.
I am
What's wrong?
silky smooth.
Yes?
Yeah.
How many
but
How many people can fit in this dome? Can you let people in? I assume Nubbins knows this.
I think I can't once it's cast.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing. I was going to say we can let them in the dome, and just let them go crazy. But see,
The thing is they can get out. If they're
No, no,
able
no.
to come in, they can get out.
I was going to let the guards into the dome, and
Let's-
risk that the prisoners are okay.
We should get the guard. If we're gonna do that, get the guards in, have the prisoners get out of their cells, and we will deal with them.
Yeah, but they can't come in the dome, so they're basically corpses. But hey,
Well-
you want to get in? Let's try to get in. Firebolt to the door.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit it.
11 damage.
Oh yeah, you burn down one of the doors.
All right, there you
You
go.
can certainly access. You make a nice big hole, big enough for any person of your party to get through.
Don't
But
think
they-
you said that. You
but
said
they
yes,
can't
Pest
get
has never
out,
helped
right?
anyone. Well, they
And
can't.
They can't get out because the dome is there. Keeps them from exiting the.
you guys can get
Yeah.
in and out.
Yes,
We get
but
it.
at the same time, there's gonna be the guards who die and the prisoners who die if they get close enough to the bars.
Did anyone actually wake me up?
If you haven't woken up from all this banging and smashing and spell slinging, I don't know that we've woken you up.
Okay, Nevins, do you have any movement or
Uh,
anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to stay where I am. But that's it. I'm done.
Silky Smooth somehow is sleeping through all of this. The boss, noticing that a hole has been punched, burned through, shouts to the guards down there, "Jailbreak! Jailbreak! Secure the hatches!" And they come running forward. Wolf.
So which one out of all those people is a werewolves?
Just Frigga, I believe.
Just Frigga's a werewolf, Grognak's a werebear, and Wolfie is a weretiger.
But you guys are still in your cells. What's
Still
the?
in their cells, Grognak and Wolf are fully manacled and chained. Frigga has gotten through her first set of
She's
manacles.
been fighting. The other two haven't.
Yes.
So far, we're about to find out if Wolf keeps enough senses.
But the tiny hut is still in place and keeping them from exiting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the tiny hut is still barricading the door.
Still
That's
barricaded.
good. I'm staying in there.
Yeah, Wolf, has very great control of his animal senses. And
He's basically listening to me tell him sit, stay.
yeah, no, he's fully on that, and between that and he knows his body very well, he is, sitting down, just staying still.
Good boy.
Aye, Cap. And this guy runs to the door. And he looks out in the door, he sees nothing but the outside. Captain, there's nothing here. It's just a hole. Looks
I
like
think
a break.
it's all rainbow colored right now.
Yeah, it
Just-
looks like a rainbow with a pot of gold at the bottom.
I just see a weird thing here, but there's no one here. This is the strangest thing. You got to check this out. All right, guys, in the tent, are you guys wanting to do more?
Yeah, I'm going in there.
Okay.
I'm heading in.
Quid,
Yes.
you emerge from the tent, and as you do, or is this you're still? Hold on. You see the hole that your Sinius Festus blew into the hole, into the wall, right? And in that hole has come a guard. You've heard the guard yell jailbreak, and he's looking in and he's prepared for action. Now it's your turn.
I'm going to put my hand over my mouth to them to just. I'm not saying anything. I'm doing. And hold on. Hold on. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do this over here. Hold on. I would like to use. Okay. Before I do this, out of game, Athalia,
Yar.
I'm only asking you. I have fog cloud, 20-foot radius sphere, on a point where I choose where it can be fogged up. I can fog up this area, go in, and we can start this. But we will more than likely try to get captured in the process. Or we can stay quiet until the guard leaves, but there's a good chance they'll try to get in and find no avail, then try to break themselves in. Either way, there's going to be consequences. Do we go with the fog cloud or stay quiet?
I think there's a third option,
And
just try to get them to let us in. We knocked, or I knocked.
you're not wrong.
I was going to continue pounding on the door. But now there's a nice, convenient hole in it. We can just poke our head out and explain the situation, tell them we are backup, that we don't want them dead. And if they don't let us in, then we just stay in the fucking tent till this all blows over.
All right. Okay, I trust you. If that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. Who wants to take it? I can, but I'm not.
I'm more than willing to take it myself.
All right, I'm going to hold my turn. I'm going to hold a command spell if Athalia does not work out.
Okay. So Athalia, it is your go.
Can sound travel through the dome both ways? Would I know that?
Can you cast?
That's a good question.
I cannot cast it myself.
Spark, silky smooth.
Give me 1 second.
Yes. Sound does leave it.
No jailbreak. We're your backup. You let us in. We can help you if these things get loose.
Who said that?
I
Those
will-
voices, sir.
I will poke my head into the hole and give a nice little wave.
Okay, as you poke your head into the hole, this guard is going to try to swing at you, taking its reaction to try to hit.
All right.
I held a command spell.
Understood. This is the reaction. This is if it doesn't work out. They get the reaction, and then you can get your reaction. The other.
That's fine.
It's a miss.
Okay. you can then cast your command spell.
Okay. Let me do that. It's coming. It's coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm doing. I'm also going to be casting it at a level 2.
All right, so you're looking for a wisdom. What's the DC to hit?
A
Doesn't
DC
matter.
wisdom saving
What's the
throw.
word that you were using? The word. Okay. Well, his reaction was used, but on its turn, it will flee.
Okay, we can get in.
He did say you did say that you were casting it at second level,
Yes.
so that means you got a second target.
Mm-hmm.
Who is close? Is the
I think Mr. Axe Wielder dude.
is that the one who is the boss?
No. Guy, the
Can-
boss is back here.
Can I ask? Wait, is it a one-word response?
One word. It will be flee. What other creature are you affecting?
Oh, okay. Okay, it's gonna be the same thing. So I can't make two different commands, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to do the axe wielder.
Sure. And
Oof.
I'm not that right. That ripe like home, mate. So he withstands your.
Hello?
Are you saying anything?
Oh no, everyone cut out for a second. I didn't know what was going on.
If
No,
everybody went quiet.
He's Craig, you're muted.
How'd that happen? That's weird. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
so he runs up. This other guard ready to support his other guardsmen, seeing that they are clearly under attack. Who's coming through? It's the group from earlier. Those bastards are here to break out their werewolf friends.
I'm going to shout. Can I shout in response?
Sure.
I'm going to shout, we're not here to break them out. We're here to make sure they don't hurt. And I don't trust you with them.
Then why'd you leave us with them, you dummy?
I told you
You're
I would
cynic.
stay.
You're cynic. Joe, you're on mute.
That's right. Not so tough for a half creature now, right?
You've done.
Yeah.
They don't know that you've done anything.
I can't do anything. We'll hold my. I mean, the only spells that I'm not going to stick my head out there. I'm sure I'm not going to cast a magic missile at him. I don't know what to do. I mean,
Fair enough.
they're hostile, so.
Silky smooth. You still sleeping through it? Your mates have started their assault into the precinct. And it might be time for espresso.
He has been having internet issues.
Okay. Well,
Wait,
we can come back to it.
Craig, can I
Yes.
retcon one thing?
Yes.
I
Quickly.
want to shout to them: lock yourself in the cells. Protect yourselves. can't, or take another way out. But you guys got to get out of there. You can't go out this way. They won't be able to escape this way, but you guys have to escape. So either lock yourself in the cells or go out another way.
Who are you telling? You're telling your mates in the cells that are locked.
I'm saying you lock yourselves in the cell with them to protect yourself if they break out. At least
Why would we
help a little bit.
If they're gonna break out, why would we lock ourselves in the cells?
Because they'll kill you.
Matt.
You're no match for them.
You do not possess the strength of a bear or a wolf.
So
it is true though, I am mad. So
or a wolf
they
tiger.
got that on me.
Their boss comes running up. And he peeks his head through the hole. And says, "Listen." And he puts his hand back to his guy who looks terrified. Back up. Listen, you put them in our care. They're in the cells. They're doing what we must. And you come breaking down the door with your second thoughts and changes of opinion. Now, I'm willing to forget this whole thing right now. But what you have done is inexcusable. I understand your care for your friends and what you did. Surely kind. Now he just sounds like the father.
Okay, go on.
But this intrusion into our sanctuary, our domain, cannot stand. You want to come take a look at them, you may. See that they're in their cells, but then be on your way. You're not welcome here. This is not where you belong.
Yeah, I think we're trying to protect you, Chief. Not the other way around. But, okay.
We're fine. They're behind stone, steel, with more cold steel on their hands, and arms, and legs, chained to hard as stone.
Do I know? Can I see that? That I don't know if I have a range that Frigga has broken out of her mana.
No, you don't know that.
Okay, never mind.
You flippin' mad boys.
I mean, that's
This
true.
is no reason to be doing all this. You didn't think things through, did you? Now, I will grant one favor. If you'd like to see them, you may. They have turned. There's evil, as you say, but they're going nowhere. What say you?
Very well.
And I'm also willing to pay the necessary cost to fix the store. And I'll
you better.
aid in the repair.
You better.
Yes, he will.
So, you want to take a look at them or not?
Please.
Yes.
Come. And they'll grant you entry in.
I'm gonna walk over.
I'll take that entry as well.
One question for you. How'd you disappear and then reappear? That's a nifty trick, isn't it?
Oh, you'll have to ask the Catman that's in there. Not sure he's awake yet.
And I'm sure he'll really like you.
For the record, I knocked.
She
did not answer.
Sorry, we got we got 3 werewolves to deal with. Sorry we didn't come to the door to answer you at your leisure.
I found the door like that.
Prissy boy.
Please understand that we're concerned friends. So
Clearly
you can understand why you broke down the...
If you're concerned about what you did, then it's clearly your misgivings. Wasting our time. So yeah, he lets you see while he just, berates you.
All right, I'm going to go up to Frigga's cell, and I'm going to look at Frigga. Can I tell that Frigga has broken through at least one set of manacles?
Well,
Yes.
her arms are free, and she's
And she's-
slashing about, and there's probably
Yeah.
lightning snapping
What
about
the
her jaws.
fuck is all this?
What?
I mean,
Her hands are free.
I mean, she's still
She's
part
got-
dragonborn, and there's lightning just sparking around her teeth.
Why are her hands free?
Because she's a flippin' werewolf, man. You
Okay,
think just
no,
one?
Good.
You don't think one
Okay.
set of chains is gonna do it, and that's why you have manacles on her feet, chains to those manacles, still bound to her arms, and still behind the cell. You're flippin' mad. You think this was all gonna be lollipops and rainbows, did you? I'm not the one who tied them.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this.
Ah, make it quick.
If those things get out of their cells, if we have a ward on the door and it's staying there, they can't get through it, but neither can you. So if you want to trust in your steel, you may. And we will be on our way.
I'm a prison warden. Why would I leave the prison?
Because you'll be about to die.
Jamaican
Oh.
suddenly.
I'm not saying you leave. I'm saying let us stay through the night.
No! I
All
thought I
right.
told you. Leave.
Right.
You
Right.
made this promise. I told you you could see them. Now be on your way. Making my
Fine.
ears bleed worse than these flippin' wolves.
I
All
hope
right.
you know.
If
If
they
they
get
break
out,
out.
it's your necks.
Blah blah
We will
blah
not be-
blah. Your
we're not
next, blah
responsible
blah
for
blah.
this.
Are you
We
done?
will not come back. We will not
Yes.
return. We will let
I'm
you
already
die.
gone.
Peace out.
You can't go in.
Yeah, we can go in.
No,
It
you
was
can't.
cast- it was
What's
cast-
your-
It is cast around us.
Yeah,
think
we
so.
can come and go freely since we were in the dome when it was cast.
Okay. So you guys return to the tent. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Nubbins is anyway. He's watching the show.
All
Yep,
right.
I'm-
Progress.
Quid
2
is gonna.
a.m. Can I get another set of rolls for Grognak,
Any
Frigga,
popcorn?
and the wolf?
Yeah. Oh. This is going to be bad.
Go ahead and make a strength. 2 of them.
Oh, thank goodness. I have never been happier for a crit fail because that's what happens afterwards.
Boom. Grognak, using his immense strength, bursts through one of the set of manacles. Sure. We don't have to do this linear. Frigga and Wolf can go at the same time, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Unless the group outside wants to bother them.
Okay. Yep, he is going to be biting at the
Legs
chain.
free.
Legs are free.
That's it.
All right.
Yep.
Wolf is
So-
biting. but
Yep,
has
at
not
the
broken free yet.
chains.
Bing.
Okay. That
It was
happens.
Strahd 20, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So now moving on to 3 a.m. Let's get another set of rolls.
Dang it, I closed my character sheet. Give me a moment.
Not a problem. Frigga, you can go ahead. We're not necessarily doing this in order.
Nope.
No and no.
Okay. Oh,
Oh no.
this is
Grognak.
bad. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. This is better. Okay, I'm still able to
Alright.
restrain myself.
Does that
despite
mean
starting to lose
you're
wind.
breaking nails or something?
And Wolf. Nope.
Wolf
He's
continues
going
to
to be
bite.
taking second bite at the chain.
Yeah,
He does a 10 actually hit the chain?
Oh, let's see. See the chain. Does it have an AC? The chain has 10 hit points. No, it does not have an AC.
So yeah, I guess it just gets hit. So yeah,
Yep.
the chain is broken. And let's see, the manacles, correct?
That next would be 4 a.m. Let's get the next set of rolls.
Yeah, if I fail this wisdom check on Grognak again, I'm just going to
Frigga's still stuck.
rule that he's basically lost it. Okay.
And then for
He's
Wolf.
okay, and we'll go the same for Wolf. Wolf, it has officially lost it. So the manacles themselves don't have hit points. They are
it's
a...
just a strength.
Yep,
Strength.
they are... Yeah. So, good luck, Wolf. Fuck.
Breaks free from one of the sets of.
He only has
Manacles.
one set of manacles on. His hind
Okay.
legs only.
Does he have any other chains?
I mean, technically he has like a chain collar around his neck, but he broke the chain that was running from that to the wall. So his next object is the door.
Okay, so yeah, he is free from his his bindings as the night wears on. Frigga's strength seems to be sapped as she's been just gnawing, thrashing for the last 4 hours. Grognak's mind is finally descending into madness as this night is wearing on, as he starts struggling against his own chains. Wolf has somehow got himself free and will be making himself, throwing himself upon the door. Luckily, this is an iron steel door with an AC of 19 that he will be trying to break. And it looks pretty resilient. We will see what he can do. All right, it is now 5 a.m. We got two more hours of this, folks, as the sun might start making its way up. Let's get your second to last set of rolls, please.
She's just wearing out now.
She is completely tuckered out. But Grognak's mind has faded. Into madness he has descended. Yet his strength bursts through the second set of manacles.
Yep, so I got chains on me remaining.
Yep.
Okay, and Wolf. Yep. Okay, he
Saves.
nailed. Yep.
Waking up from its madness, Wolf goes into the corner, almost whimpering, afraid of its own strength and what it's done, not knowing what's happened the last couple of hours and how it got to where it was. The last set of rolls, as it becomes 6 a.m. What happens? Go ahead and roll.
Grognak is okay.
As the sun comes up, Grognak starts regaining his mind, fighting himself against this forced transformation. Wolf does
not so much. So this is going to be
attack against the door.
Yep, which 19. Is going to be a bite, and he just can't get purchased.
The door is sturdy indeed. The dwarves seem to have good reason.
It's like one of those dogs up against like a glass window that's kind of just like trying to chew at it.
Frigga, your last set of rolls, please.
Oh,
She manages to rip one of the chains off. She still has some more chains. And the door.
But yes,
That's not enough
just
time.
working though her strength has left her as she's just been thrashing for the last 6 hours. It seems her strength, though may not be mighty, has been enough just to wear down one set of chains. Her sheer stick-to-itiveness has been enough. But as the sun comes up, she pulls out the last set of one set of chains, and she regains her consciousness. All three do, in fact, and the night is over. Let's go ahead and take a rest here. Take a 5-minute break, and then when we come back, we will deal with the aftermath. Sound good?
Good.
Yep.
yeah,
Sounds
sounds
good.
fun.
All right.
All right.
I am here.
Woohoo.
Was
Present.
that tense? You guys worried at all?
Eh,
Eh.
I started out worried, and then at like by 4 in the morning, I was like, This is gonna be fine.
And Silky Smooth just slept through the entire thing.
So that is true. You guys fell asleep at 1. I don't know what time you guys want to wake up. I think Tiny Hut has what, a duration of how many hours?
8 hours.
8
Full
hours.
8
rest
hours.
length.
So you guys will have another hour before Tiny Hut disappears. However, you guys would need more time to get a full rest, except for Silky Smooth, who will be waking up with a full rest.
Actually, full rest only take me 4 hours because I'm an
Oh,
elf.
well, then there you go.
Wonderful.
You're fine. You will be fine. Okay, it is 6 a.m. Grognak, Wolf, Frigga, you guys have regained your senses. However, based on your actions, the guards are going to leave you in there until your friends come back in to release you on your stead. But they are freely talking to you, and even kind of being jovial, like, "How was that?" And even making like funny jokes about you being a dog and stuff, or a werewolf, werebear, or whatever. But they seem to just a little bit teasing, a little bit in good natured, as it seems you guys may have done the right thing.
Yeah, Grognak's just going to be grouchy.
So
Frigga
He's
is
not going to
very,
be.
very tired.
Yep. Grognak is not going to be paying them any attention and is just going to be grouchy.
She just kind of like, she's got like a chain just kind of draped around her. She's laying on the bench. She's just kind of like waving a paw, like,
So 7 a.m. comes along. The tent, tiny hut disappears.
I'm
You
back.
guys are now those who are so really nubbins. Yusunius Pestus and Quid. You guys are just kind of sleeping on the ground right now. Silky, you're free to get up. You've had a long rest. You can come inside the door. Same thing with you, uh, Athalia. I don't know if you're waking up your mates who are now just sleeping on the ground outside the jailhouse.
I'll let them sleep.
Fair enough.
All right. I would. Did they close the door?
So it's still
Behind
locked.
us?
They're waiting for you guys to come in.
I thought the
I
door
will knock
got
on the. I will
burned.
knock on the door.
No, that door, yeah. You guys can come in now. That door's unlocked.
I thought there was no longer a door.
Well, I will still be courteous and knock on the door frame.
There's a giant hole in the door. But yes. Come in, mate.
Good morning. How is everyone?
Fine. Like I told you.
I apologize for doubting dwarven steel. I will not make that mistake again.
It's okay. You be an elf. We know that you always doubt the
Oh,
dwarves.
shit.
It's fine.
Yes. I guess I do take after my kin in that regard. I apologize. How
Yeah,
are our companions?
They're here. They're alive. They've looked like they've regained their senses. They don't struggle against the chains anymore. You'd be free to take them if you want, or you could keep them here. They might turn into a beast with you.
Frigga, Grognak, what do you think?
I
Are
guess
you
you're right.
okay?
They're kind of defective.
I
wanna
like
look
this
at,
one.
I do
He
want to
points
look
to
at.
Silky Smooth.
I do want to look at Frigga. Is she back to full, like her normal Dragonborn, or is she still in that like half changed state?
she's been in that half-changed state since the first time she changed into it.
No, but like I thought since the other night with your escapades, you've been looking different since then.
Yes. It's...
Are you
That's
are
the
you
half...
still that?
Yes.
Okay.
She's calm now. Just sort of laying on the bench.
And they'll open the doors if you guys want.
Sure.
What escapade are you talking about?
I like this one.
I'm
The one where
tired,
he nearly killed
and I'm
someone.
really hungry.
If you're hungry, there's a fish right there. And I'm
Let's-
pointing at.
Let's
This one's
let's
right.
find the most improper meat, shall we?
I'd rather my breakfast not talk to me while I eat it.
I love your smell, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Quid is still asleep.
It's dried ale and sweat.
Can't you give me some one of your fin, and I shall, fry it and eat it as chips.
Wait, what?
I
What you
think he's
wanting, boy?
talking to Quid.
Ah,
Quid is still asleep at this point. He's just talking to her sleeping corpse.
I like him.
Quit
Hey.
it, slip.
Yes.
Hey, Catman, we get off of here in an hour. If you're around and like at the tavern, I'd buy you a drink. I'd like to hear more of your funnies.
My funnies. It's usually the other way around. I'm usually the entertainer, and now the entertainer, and not the other way around, sir.
No, I'd like you to entertain me. You're quite funny.
Thank you. And I shall agree with you. I'm quite funny, you're right.
At this point,
Well-
Quid is waking up. What? It's morning.
Quid, you're awake.
Yeah.
Sir, who's the warden? Which one of you was the warden again?
I am.
How much for the door, sir?
Well, the door plus reinforcement. And then there's time. And then I'm going to add, extra convenience for you since you're not the one doing it.
Understood.
And a general tax, for you being just bothersome. So 5 gold pieces.
I give him 5 gold pieces.
I'll give him 15.
And he tosses your 15 back. I'm not asking for charity, boy.
It's not charity.
Just doing my job. Will not
I
take
understand.
your dirty money.
I'm not trying to
Sir,
do any
You
dirty money.
insult me.
Sir Quid, we've taken up enough of these gentlemen's time.
I
Shall we?
be gone
Everyone?
with you. Can't believe it was more of a pleasure to deal with those animals than you.
Offense? Well deserved.
All right, and you
Good
guys
day.
exit the jail back
Yeah.
into the Greater Steel Province. Welcome. Just went to the 21st, the morning of the 21st. You guys have prepared to leave. Obviously, part of your group is tired and hungry. What is on your agenda this morning?
Breakfast.
All right. You saunter up to one of the taverns that looks to be open and serving eggs. A nice smell coming from it. You smell eggs. You smell fried fat. You smell all these wonderful things and a nice warm or cold ale, depending on the way you take it. And I think we actually have how much this costs. I'll give that out, but you guys can discuss while you guys fill up on food.
Okay, well, I'm gonna request for some fried fish.
Oh, fish! It's unfortunately fish is hard to come by right now, but I do happen to have some in the back. It's gonna cost you a little bit more, but I think it might be worth it.
Hey,
I
Grognak.
have no problem with that.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Just give me.
Grognak, can I stay behind you?
so your modest meals, guys, are gonna cost 3 silver pieces. For the fish, it's gonna cost 6 silver pieces. Every mug of ale that you guys are gonna have is gonna be about 4 copper pieces.
Yeah, so in other words, throw like 5 gold on the table and we're all good.
Yeah. They'll be very happy for you. And they'll be very chipper.
Nubbins will do that. Breakfast is on Nubbins.
Thank you, Nubbins. I knew you were a good friend.
I mean, I do not know who this Nubbins you're referring to is, but you are welcome.
So when you guys get to the tavern, you guys are recouping and eating, and toward the end of your breakfast, not only does the warden show up to talk to Silky, but so does Father Jessup. And he wants to congratulate you guys on making it throughout the
I
wants to-
actually sit beside Quid, and I eat my fish really close to him.
night.
Why do you do this to me?
And whenever Father Jessup walks in and congratulates us on making it through the night, I'm just going to glare at him and be like, "Who's this fucker?"
Look, I know you're agitated. Please calm down.
He says that he's glad that whatever modicum of blessing he could have done helped out, and that he asks what your agenda is, if you guys are planning on staying or leaving.
None of your damn business.
Oh, I think it's part of my business to worry about everyone here, lad. I preside
Father-
over so many.
Father,
Yeah.
may I have a private word with you?
Of course. You've proven yourself to be true.
Thank you. And I just grab him by the shoulder and told him far away from the group. They don't know that we told you.
Yep.
Please don't. Please leave.
Honesty is the best method, my boy. But I will give you some leniency here. But know that I have eyes everywhere. I know that I will bless you. And he gives you one of those nice little blessings. And before he goes, he drops by the table and he drops off 2 silver crosses, but not like a Christian cross, more like a I won't say not, but like a full on.
A stabby cross?
No, it's a full like parallel, not parallelogram, but
Are you talking about like a Templar cross?
yeah, exactly, a Templar cross where it's exactly even on all sides. Doesn't look as rectangular, and it's just a sign of his appreciation, but they're pure silver in nature.
To
they
make sure
sharp- are they
everyone is
sharpened
up,
at all?
I'm actually playing my hurdy-gurdy.
Nice.
When you're hurdy-gurdy.
Those silver items, they wouldn't happen to be sharp, would they?
No, they're not. They're mere trinkets.
Okay.
If you were to put a gold value on them, how much would you say they'd sell for?
I would say they would sell for about 1 gold. They seem to be about 5 silver each.
Okay.
Does the priest look like he has a heavy pouch coin?
No. He looks to be very almost monk in his robes. They're just white robes with yellow or gold ropes.
I love how flat that was said. No.
How about the
Yeah.
warden?
The warden is in his armor still. He doesn't really carry too much. In fact, when he goes to pay for his meal, you see him reach really down into his crotch and try to dig out some coinage. And he puts it on the table, and the bartender is very resident to actually take it, but eventually does. If he has coin, I don't know if you actually want to try to find it.
No, I'll take a hit of milk of the poppy seed.
Okay.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we should have mentioned that Sparky is a total drug.
Fucking
He is
hold
totally into
on!
opioids.
He's got an opium problem.
Jesus! I knew he got high, but I didn't realize he was on fucking heroin.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw there?
Sure. I have so much wisdom to spare anyway.
Yeah, it's one of the first things that we implemented with the milk of the poppy for the homebrew stuff.
Oh, and that's a wonderful thing.
I'll let you know what's going on with you in a second. Thank you. So as you guys are all having fun, he just downs this milk, strange milk from a vial. And go ahead and roll me a 1d20. I mean a 1d100, sorry. Silky. And he just falls unconscious like immediately. Takes it, says, yeah, and he's all excited, and then he just falls down, taking one of his patented cat nap. Almost in mid-sentence.
Can I leave now?
He's about as useful as I remember.
I think he wants to eat me.
He wants to eat a lot of things.
Yeah, but I'm a fish.
At this, the captain just starts just roaring, laughing. This is the best day ever. Roll me a 1d4. Spark.
A D4?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he looks probably going to be out for an hour or so.
I'm trying to put a GIF into the chat, and I don't remember how to do it. I mean,
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, someone will let him know in Discord because it's easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
So the father takes his leave.
So while Spark is out for that hour,
Sure.
Grognak would actually like to pick him up and take him like somewhere quiet and out of sight and kind of frisk him for all of his drugs.
Sure. Give me. Are you straight frisking him? Or are you looking him over? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm giving him a hard. I'm basically emptying out all of his pouches and everything, taking anything that looks
watch
like
out!
a drug.
You might get some static.
All right.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Give me an investigation roll with advantage.
15.
15. So you certainly find stuff on him. And let me pull.
I mean, I do have a full hour to frisk him over.
Yes.
Before he wakes up.
You investigate him as thoroughly as you think you can. And you do find 35 vials of milk of the poppy.
What the
Jesus!
Good. I'm going to
David,
take
if
them
you
and
could-
smash them.
If you could remove 35 vials from your inventory.
Still have plenty more!
Before you do that, do you want to have a crazed silky smooth going through a troll?
It'll be okay.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yes, oh, fine.
Yeah, no, I'm going to smash all of them.
Sure. So you keep on frisking away. You find just more and more creative places that he stuck them. You didn't realize that cat fur could like roll and catch and hold vials, but you find a ton on him, on his person. Smash them to pieces. It's now 9 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's awake. May not have had a full rest, but what is the group doing?
Likely being fatigued and just
Is the group going to set out now? Later? Does the group know where they're going?
Considering that Wolf, Grognak, and Frigga haven't really had a full night's rest, we are
Were
probably
we planning on going into the Underdark?
So let me go ahead and move you guys to the overworld.
Yeah, I think at some point soon we were, but I thought we were going to go check out the light weather first.
Yeah.
So there seem to be 3 or 4 things that you guys could do. Based on the information of your new traveling companion, Sparks awake now, by the way. The noble woman. You know that to the east of here is the Emerald City, and that's where kind of the last haven of the elves are. And you can get there via the Underdark. You know that to the west of here, very far west, a couple of days' journey west, would be where the last known place where the light weather was, the airship. You do know that the Takors have kind of taken over province in this area, and it's become a little bit more dangerous for you. But you can always just try to see what's going on here. And you can even try to go past the forest gate to see what's there. And then you could just do some general exploration. There's a lot of this world that you haven't seen. And, the world's kind of your oyster, trying to figure out what you guys want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I say we make.
I like oysters.
If I'm going to be frank, what are we going to be doing in the Underdark?
Honestly, don't know. Don't care.
If there's anything evil down there, I want a chance to take it out.
Boy, if
I
you
feel-
haven't been paying attention, there's evil all around us. You'll have plenty of opportunity to
I
go
hope,
do your
but
holy crusade.
or whatever it is, but I need to take out whatever's plaguing this area. But
It's called
whatever,
life.
wherever that is.
Then
I
we
will
shall
go with
fight life itself.
All right.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
So, well, you guys are not quite sure of what you guys want to do, but you do know what you need to do. So, Frigga, Wolf, and Grognak, go ahead and hole up somewhere to try to take some rest for the next couple of hours. Uh, what do the rest of you want to do during the day?
I need to make some money.
Okay.
Nevins will work on backing up his spell book. I've worked out the costs and the time. I'll send them to you, Greg.
All right. Fantastic.
Quid is going to. Who was my relative again? I'm trying to look.
Pinwrap.
Do I know where Pinwrap is?
He was last seen in province.
Okay.
And he was part of ended up joining up with the crew here. So you thought. But since the attack on the city, he's unaccounted for. He's somewhere in the world, you think.
Okay. Well, for right now, I'm just trying to find any guidance on anywhere to go. So I'm just going to spend my time by the by the by the church. I'm not going to go in the church, but I just want a place where I feel like there's a holy presence, even if it's not of Poseidon, just where I can feel like that. But just some slight prayer.
Okay, go ahead and give me a religion check.
Oh, these always go great. Let's see.
There we go.
Nice. Look at those eyes. You dig deep and start praying to your gods, um, and looking for guidance, and you get the inkling that uh, as you contemplate about the potential actions you could take, you get a feeling that the Underdark is a place of high evil. That there would be a lot of things to cleanse there. As you reflect upon the light weather, you have a distinct feeling of hope. Uh, as you think about all the other things you could be doing, there is certainly confusion, but it is met with some good and some mixed or bad feelings. Um, are you the adventurous type, Quid?
Adventurous enough, to the point where he will put himself in danger, but if he feels like there is a no hope cause in this, like he would leave. But yes, he's adventurous.
Yeah, the idea of setting off and just traveling around, you feel a little bit of joy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Othalia, how is it that you would like to work to get gold? What services or job skills do you have that would
Did you
allow
actually say services?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
This guy gets it.
Boots and cats and boots and
Much boots, many cats.
You have proficiency with painter supplies. I might try to paint something and sell it.
Okay, let's see a roll for painting. You spend a good amount of time trying to paint your masterpiece.
What do you think? Dexterity or intelligence, or what do you want?
I think whenever we were having, well, it's Bunny in this one, but whenever we were having Red do it, it was based upon like a sleight of hand.
Yeah, I think it's dexterity
Yeah.
Okay.
more so than intelligence. That's a pretty good. You know, you're doing landscapes. It's okay.
I mean, everything's a shade of gray down here. It's all right.
It's
Well, I want to paint
okay.
with colors.
Not the best you've ever done. However, you know, gold is in short supply around here. You do get someone that is willing to buy it. But it seems like they're more just they don't really necessarily want the painting. They just want to be able to help you out. They offer you 10 copper.
I'll accept that.
Sure. But it was
Just
very
kind of, just like
soothing.
obviously reluctantly, but like, sure.
Is
It was
there a
very
town square?
soothing.
Here you go.
It was very soothing to do that. You feel more kind of at ease or centered, kind of letting the past experiences wash over you. You feel a little bit more relaxed.
Okay.
Is there a town square?
Yes, in fact, there's multiple areas where people convene. The largest is where all the refugees are, right outside, right inside the gate.
Is there a place where more wealthier people are than refugees?
Oh yes, oh yes. Let me go back to Steel Province.
So I shall go wherever the town square or where people have money, and I'm gonna perform acrobatics mixed with my urdy. Jesus, that's hard to say in English.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah, that.
All right, so you make your way over to where the people who normally live here are staying, up here in the kind of the top right area. The people who live here, they're not the nobles, but they are the merchant class. They live
Okay.
in constructed homes of stone that look very very old. Go ahead and roll your.
Put my hat on the floor for people to throw money in.
Absolutely.
Here goes nothing. Here's my acrobatics. cat being so limited.
I want a performance roll specifically, not a acrobatics. I want a performance roll. Since you're trying to do a
Come
performance to get
on,
money. Performance, sir.
performance or my early performance.
This would be more performance, since it's a mix of the two.
Come on, that's
So
that's not
you
right.
begin with a great flourish, rolling around all nimbly blimbly. However, when it comes to the actual performance, it gets muddled. It seems that there are plenty of panhandlers out there, but you do end with the hurdy-gurdy, um, and that seems to be drawing people in. And you end your day with a collection of copper, silver, that adds up to about 1.7 gold, or 1 gold and 7 silver pieces. The beginning and end was strong. The middle part, not so much.
Yeah. Well, at least I tried.
And
Well,
as you're walking away, Silky Smooth, you see other panhandlers and people begging for food, for money, um, as you collect your hat, and they kind of look at you wistfully, hoping that you share. Will you dole out money to the other refugees who are now without home, food, or drink?
No.
Yeah,
That's the answer I was waiting for.
Okay.
wait, how many?
Actually, I take my hat and my chin is right up, pop my chest out and look them up and just, basically just walk by them just as if I didn't see them.
Sure. Sure.
And then when I do that, I do I kind of stealth so they don't see where I'm.
Yeah, you don't want them following you.
There we go.
Okay.
Could would I know that there are people that are homeless now?
Oh yeah. You can't
Yeah.
avoid it.
How many people would you say in total?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
In fact, the front area is all refugees from Lost Province, and most of them,
How
your party helped escape from the terrace that was destroying it and all the fires that was ravaging the city. So you guys feel very safe in that area, as people still kind of congratulate you guys and thank you for saving them. However, that area is pretty rough. It's makeshift. It's the beginning of Scarface, right? It's like tents, and it's kind of rough. It's definitely survival of the fittest in the tent world.
Since we have the day, how much would a bed be at a tavern or like over there?
Yeah, so right now, the beds are generally pretty full up, so it's about running double the cost. So if
Are
you were to
there
go,
multiple taverns or are there just one?
there's two that have that full amenity. So if you went to the expensive player, um, you can
How
see that
how
right
how much are we looking for one?
for one person, which is a modest stay. Right now, it's double the price, so it's 1 gold per night.
1 gold per night.
Now you
All
guys
right.
will be getting free stay, free board, or free room rather, because Ben put in a good word for you guys, and you guys are friends of the city.
Here's what I would like to do. I would like to take the homeless that are looking the worst, that aren't doing well. Like they either they have children or they just not doing okay.
Yeah.
I would like to take as many as I can find, sell out the rooms, all of them. I would like to sell out all the rooms for a week.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
trying to get in some of that money he's giving away.
Now that includes, obviously the rooms that you guys have are not part of this, as Ben has told them to keep them open.
Yes.
I need to convince him I'm poor.
I'm going
You're
to
looking at something like 50 rooms,
yes.
all at 1 gold a night for a week. So,
Yes.
something like, let's say 45 a night for times 7 or times
Persuasion?
10. Excuse me, times 10 because they're 10 days.
Okay.
So you're looking at 450 gold to buy it out for a week.
Let's see. 150 out of about 102.
Yeah, you're falling a bit short there.
I'm going to take all my money
Okay.
and
Can
give
I
it to them.
convince him to pay for me too?
I am going to back
You get
kick
free
you.
you get free board or free room rather, Silky.
No, I'm not part of the team. I just came up.
Well, I imagine one of them will let you stay in their room. Yes,
yeah,
all
I'm
your
going
gold, 102 of it.
102.3. I'm giving them all. If I'm going to do right between these people, they need their lodging and they need their board.
All right. So one of the taverns says, "You know what? That's a mighty fine thing to do. I'll give you a discount if you're buying it a week." This is what I'll say I can do. I can either do 15 rooms for the full week, for the full 10 days, or I can do all of my rooms, all 20 that are free. I can do that for let's say for 6 days.
6 days work.
No, not 6 days work. For all the gold you're giving me.
Yes.
All right.
That's
So you have,
as long as they have a place to stay.
You have bought out the place that you guys are staying.
I want a castle.
So all of the other rooms will be booked up based with the refugees for the next 6 days.
Perfect. And that takes up all my money, right?
Yeah, you can keep 2 gold.
Okay.
Now that has created a monopoly on free space, unfortunately. So rooms now are 4 times the price in the other tavern.
Yeah. As long as it helps them.
Okay. So it's now about 5:30. You guys meet up at the place you're staying, all of you guys. And this is, we can have a discussion now about what you guys want to do, but this is going to be the end of the night for us, out of character. But you guys should try to figure out, while we still have everyone here, what direction you guys are going to go. So when we resume, we know where we're headed.
Are we heading up already? We just started.
It's almost midnight. We started at 8:30.
I know that I'm fine with going anywhere, traveling. I want to go to the Underdark, but at the same time, I don't know if we're ready for that.
There was the windship thing that we never actually got to because we got distracted.
Yeah, I agree with. I want the airship. We've been talking about this stupid airship for the past several months. Let's see it.
I'm okay with airship.
I just want to get some mouse because that's kind of weird to me. So I'm looking for any mouse, and I'll just follow whoever.
They sound delicious.
Yeah, I've heard they're a little airy, but
All right. Sounds good. Then our next session is in 2 weeks. Like I said, for the next maybe month or so, we'll probably do 2 weeks until I fully vet out, this next section. But this is, the first, I would say, that first section you guys were kind of walled in was very much a getting to know the system and how this is going to play out and adjusting. Up until the war was kind of a boxed in adventure with a kind of a set end goal. But now we're kind of very much entering open world, where you guys can do anything, and you guys are going to encounter a whole bunch of weird stuff. So I need to prepare for all the eventualities, so we don't have to stop during mid session. So between now and then, I will try to remind you guys about the details that you guys have about the airship.
I have no
And
details about the airship.
yeah. On that, I think that's it. Very well played.
Shenanigans.
A lot of shenanigans, but hey, you have half your team is were creatures, so it was bound to happen.
We need a sitcom.
All right.
All right. Well, I will see you all later.
Good night.
See you, Mike. Night.
Night.
Good night, everyone.
All right. See you.
Good night.
Have a good week. See ya.
This was fun. Thanks for accepting me back.
Always welcome.